Old peach forest, when the moon rose high, casting light streaked through the leaves, in the deep place of the forest, the power of the strongest creature arose. At the same time...
Mom! Just slow down, I told you. So how was the party with your friends?
Why am I so different from my friends, Mom? I counted it carefully. No one has as many tails as me.
So how did they treat you?
They were so amused. But Mom, I'm asking you, why am I different?
This is a long story.
It's okay, I have time.
All right. Peach God, please show me the story of the one-tailed fox. This mirror will tell us the whole story.
Far away from the human world, deep in the jungle, was the home of the fox tribe. Their identity and strength were determined by the number of tails at birth.
Has she given birth? How many tails?
Female fox, one tail.
The appearance of Alicia, the one-tailed fox, was considered the most disastrous failure in the history of the fox tribe. In contrast to Alicia, her parents and two brothers were eight-tailed foxes, meaning their family was the most robust family in the tribe. Therefore, Alicia was always compared with the elite members of her family.
Oh, Mom, why is there such an ugly one-tailed fox? Why did you say every member of that family is very strong? Even I have more tails than her.
She said the truth! What a loss! Alicia grew up in the estrangement and ridicule of the whole tribe. She was often isolated by the foxes of the same age.
One-tailed, my mother said that even your parents don't love you.
Her father also thought that she was too weak and embarrassed him. He did not let Alicia participate in outside exchanges, making Alicia even more desperate and losing faith in her fellow human beings. She thought that she was not loved by her own family and that she did not belong to this world. During a run, Alicia got lost in the town where humans live.
Huh?
The town was crowded. As it turned out, Prince Chad's procession was passing. The prince was extremely handsome, gentle, friendly with his citizens.
Oh, look at him. I can only marry Chad in this life.
In your dream, he is mine.
He is mine.
In your dream, he is mine.
To the panic of the people around, Chad gently calmed the horse and got off. Without anger, he caught the creature that had just stopped his horse.
It's all right, it's all right.
The moment Alicia's gaze met the prince's, the fox's small heart beat wildly. For Chad, it was only temporary tenderness for all living beings, but for Alicia, it seemed to be life's destiny.
She was a fox.
Chad took Alicia to the palace to take great care of. Alicia wished if only she could meet him sooner in her life.
He's so perfect. I don't know which girl is lucky to be paired with a prince in the future. Such a wonderful person. We can't even have him in our dream. Who taxes dreams? Who knows? Even a pet-like kid can turn into a human and may have the opportunity to become Chad's lover.
Huh? Turn into human and stay with Chad.
Alicia! How dare you leave the fox tribe? If we don't look for you, you'll never come back, will you?
Father, I am lost. It is very good here. No one harms me.
It's simple as you think. What do you know about humans?
The prince is very good to me, even the servants. At least I am not bullied, ridiculed, or isolated here. I'm tired of that scene.
Hear what she says. A coward like her dares to argue with her father just because of humans.
Alicia, we just want the best for you. Humans treat you well because they have not yet realized that you are a fox. Humans are divided into two types. Those who are afraid of foxes and those who want to steal our tails to do magic.
You don't know about the prince yet. He's not that kind of person.
That's enough. Go home.
I'm not coming back. Please leave me alone, like before. I want to be human. I want to marry Chad.
Fiction.
Missing the prince too much, she did not want to eat or drink anything but cry all day. Alicia was already thin. Now she was even more wilted.
Stop being like that.
Why are you with father? Is it for love? I don't know what love is, but just seeing Chad makes me so happy. Before, I loved to watch the peach blossoms fly in the wind when I was sad. For me, the warm days lying under the cherry blossom trees are the happiest. But now, if I could be with Chad, I would give up all my warm days. Mom, I'm scared. I'm afraid I won't be able to see him again. Then my world will be nothing. Nothing anymore.
Unable to bear that, Alicia's mother begged her father.
We can keep her, but we can't keep her heart. Just like that, I'm afraid. Can we let her go?
In the end, Alicia's parents decided to turn her into a half fox for 7 days.
Father!
Huh.
This is only a temporary appearance. Go, come to your love. Prove you are right. If it is true love, the prince falls in love and marries you. We will ask the patriarch to make you human.
I got it.
Do not rush to rejoice. On the contrary, if you do not have the prince's love, I will cut off your only tail. You are not allowed to leave the fox tribe forever.
I agree.
Alicia, regardless of who you are, we only want you to be happy.
Alicia met and explained to the prince that she was the animal that the prince saved and raised before.
I know that when I say these things, you will probably be afraid, will drive me away. But you are the first person to be so gentle with me. I really love you very much.
Did you say your name is Alicia? Perhaps before I knew it, I thought of you as something special. I don't know, but now my heart beats fast. I want to follow my heart, Alicia. Are you ready to stay by my side forever? I will give up my throne and travel everywhere to find a way for you to become a human. And if you can't become a human, then no matter what form you take, you will be the one that I love the most.
The days that followed became the most beautiful period of Alicia's life so far. The prince walked with her, watched flowers, sang, and told her many stories, drawing a picture of their family in the future. At the same time, Chad hastened to prepare for the wedding that would take place on the last day when Alicia transformed into human form. He said that he wanted to invite her parents and brothers to attend. Alicia happily agreed and announced the news to her family. Accepting the invitation of Alicia and the prince, Alicia's parents came to the party at the night before the wedding. In order not to surprise people, they appeared in human form. The Fox family was warmly welcomed and treated with the highest quality food and drinks, especially the wine that had been aged for hundreds of years, which was extremely precious and wondrous. After drinking that glass of wine, Alicia's parents and brothers all fainted immediately and transformed into their original forms. All the people around turned into smoke, and disappeared. They were all turned out by magic. Chad laughed, changing into a cunning wizard's outfit. Because he wanted to inherit the throne, he had long studied evil magic, and the tail of the 8-tailed fox was what would make his magic stronger. In a little while, all these tails will be mine. Are you ready for the rise of the most powerful wizard of all time?
Who are you? You are not Chad. Release my family and prince.
Prince! I want more than that. The old king, my father, hesitated to give up the throne. He thinks I'm not talented enough for this position. Now look, who wants that throne? Guess what the great wizard will do to that stupid old man.
No!
Look what my weak wife does. I guessed it right. A fox with only one tail is definitely the most useless thing. Because you are bait to help me catch this big batch of tails, you will be the last one to cut your tail, okay?
My parents are right. You are evil. You never loved me.
Don't blame me, poor girl. Blame yourself for it. Love, your blind love has put your family in the situation it is in now. To me, you or your love are equally pathetic. Alicia despaired. She had realized that Chad had never loved her. His tenderness and kindness were all just a play before, and she was a tool for him to carry out his brutal malice. Alicia regretted. If she had listened to her parents and had been more vigilant, it wouldn't have led to the situation today. Chad was right. She had always been so weak. Alicia unleashed another green magic ball, a bigger one, causing Chad to miss his step and take a step back. Alicia walked towards Chad step by step, blue flames burning with each powerful step she took.
First, never take advantage of someone else's love. Second, never touch a hair of the fox tribe. Third, the one-tailed fox is not useless. Never!
A large crack appeared, and blue fire followed that crack and rushed straight to where Chad was standing. The whole fox family returned to the green forest. Since then, the fox tribe no longer had racial discrimination based on the number of tails. Alicia lived happily together, always using her strength to help the fox tribe.
Wow! It's not true! There's no point in why I'm different from my friends. I told you it was a long story. Let's go home. Mom is cheating! Dad hasn't even appeared in the story yet! If you go to school obediently tomorrow night, I will show you 2 more interesting stories. The thing is, Mom and Dad meet in space.
The moment a child is born is the most marvelous and sacred event for a mother. However, for this mother, it's only half of the truth. These are the twin flames of love and hatred, Mila and Chloe. The imprint of twin flame power has been placed upon them. They are 2 parallel souls, forever bound to each other, able to understand each other's emotions and experiences. Please subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to follow the story. There's an age-old rule: love gives birth to hatred. And for every 10 children born of love, there will be 1 twin sibling born of hatred. Chloe and Mila had contrasting childhoods. Chloe couldn't make friends or get along with anyone. Mila, on the other hand, was incredibly cheerful and friendly, easily winning everyone's love. Mila received all the love and attention from their mother, while Chloe only received indifference. This neglect only amplified Chloe's negative emotions. Mila always tried to comfort Chloe, but it couldn't diminish her sadness. Unfortunately, the twins' mother passed away in an accident, leaving them with no one to lean on. Despite their different personalities, their twin flame connection prevented them from abandoning each other. As they grew up, they both started working at the Human Life Union, an organization dedicated to helping humans deal with complex emotions. Working together, they often clashed.
The world would be better if people loved each other. But without hatred and ambition, humanity can't progress.
The conflicts escalated, leading to them no longer talking to each other. Everything changed on their birthday.
Is this a resurrection stone?
Yes, it can bring back the deceased for 24 hours and is activated on the owner's birthday.
That's incredible. Thank you so much. If you ever need assistance, come to see this wizard.
Mila wanted to see her mother again. There were many things she wanted to say to her, especially a belated farewell. However, this stone belonged to dark magic that Mila was not familiar with, and she couldn't complete the resurrection spell.
What on earth is she doing?
When Chloe arrived, she found Mila packing to meet the wizard and get a second stone.
You're insane! Why resurrect that wretched human? You know how much pain she caused me. But I loved our mother unconditionally. And I believe deep down you still have some love for her, right? Come with me!
Chloe hesitated and reluctantly agreed.
I'll destroy that stone with my own hands!
She doesn't want any more emotions or memories about that terrible human. Both of them were unaware that a group of vengeful fairies had been secretly observing them. They entered the human world and inquired everywhere about the whereabouts of the wizard. Despite the time constraint, Mila continued to help people. Her abilities helped a child find a passion for soccer. A mother used all her willpower to get to the hospital in time. Two lovers overcame their differences to be together.
What do you see? This world needs love. But it also needs hatred and ambition.
Chloe helped a girl stand up against bullies. And a police officer successfully caught a robber. Both of them began to understand each other's importance and the necessity of balancing their abilities. Along the way, they reminisced about the memories they shared with their mother.
Although Mom criticized me and showed favoritism, it motivated me to excel. And Mila has always been there, never abandoning me.
Finally, they met the wizard.
The stone has already been purchased by someone else, but I can create a new one from your angelic wings.
I agree. You're being selfish. If you lose your angelic wings, you can't help anyone anymore. And all for a few hours with Mother. It's not worth it. But love makes me blind. It makes me selfish. You wouldn't understand. Huh?
At last, we've caught up with you!
These vengeful fairies were once troublemakers expelled from the fairy realm. They wanted to capture Mila, eradicate all twin flames of love, and seek revenge. Their former colleague was their ally, and it was all part of a wicked plan.
Stay away!
In the process of fleeing, Mila's angelic wings were torn, and time was running out. With her wings in tatters, she could no longer use them for the resurrection spell. Those malicious fairies were relentlessly pursuing them.
Have all our efforts been in vain? The last time I saw her cry like this was when... Please don't cry anymore! Hey, Chloe! And now I understand why love makes people blind.
The wizard couldn't let Chloe's efforts go to waste, so he quickly performed the spell. After all their hard work, Mila was finally able to meet her mother, but she had to sacrifice so much.
Mom, I regret it so much. I didn't want Chloe to sacrifice like this.
I'm the one who is wrong. After I passed away, Chloe burned her diary by my grave. In the end, I was able to give it to you, my daughter.
Mila read every secret in Chloe's diary, revealing how they felt about each other. Despite her mother's abandonment, Chloe understood the extent of the love her mother had for Mila. She consoled herself with that borrowed love. Even though she claimed to hate her, deep down, Chloe still had some love for her mother. Chloe had a list of things she wanted to do with her mother, but couldn't due to her indifference. Reading that list, Mila was touched to realize that Chloe had become a second mother to her. Chloe had always cared for her that way, but their different beliefs kept her distant from her beloved twin sister.
I promised to convey our mother's apology to Chloe.
At that moment, the vengeful fairies stormed into the cave. Mila, bursting with the power of love, emitted a blinding light and defeated their enemies.
From now on, let me protect you.
She invaded Chloe's consciousness, reminding her of the warmth of her love.
You are my twin flame, forever like this!
Chloe regained her strength through the warm love. From that moment on, the two sisters lived happily together.
What would you do when you were able to live in the Magic Land? Magic Land was where people all had the ability of using magic since they had been born. They used those magics to serve their own life. That day, Magic Land welcomed a new member. They called her Glenda. Since she was born, Glenda had owned a great magic power. When Glenda was 15, with her power, she left her peers all behind. Her power could even compare to the elders in the village. So that, the elders always worried that their position would be taken away by Glenda's power. By sweet words, they always advised her to control her power for not making people around her injured. Glenda believed that, so she tried her best to control it, prevent it from exploding, but her magic power would never decrease. They couldn't stay there and wait her to develop more. The elders came up with another plan. They performed some rituals to seal a part of her magic power. Although she didn't want it to happen, she still did it because she thought about the safety of the people she loved. When the ritual was about to be performed, Glenda's mother suddenly came and interrupted it.
Stop it! You're not allowed to harm my daughter!
We just seal a part of Glenda's power. We won't harm her. This is a necessary thing for all of the people in Magic Land.
Mom, it's okay. I voluntarily do that. No, they're fooling us. A friend of mine who works for them heard that they want to take all of your power, even your life away.
Being afraid that everything would be ruined, the chief of the village used his power to attack Glenda's mother.
No! Mom!
Perform the ritual, now!
The elders immediately recited the mantra to control Glenda's powers. However, it's not enough to weaken her magic power. It seemed that the rage inside had made her power explode. The elders were all knocked out far away.
Mom, are you alright? I'm alright.
Afraid of being destroyed by Glenda, they had to bow down to beg her.
I'm begging you, please, think about everyone and stop it. We will let you use your magic. I know a person who can help you become stronger, provided that you promise me you will never use magic here.
After waiting for her mother to recover, Glenda decided to leave the village and look for the one that he had mentioned. Because she knew that, if she had stayed there, everyone would also be scared of her, and she was worried that she would carelessly hurt someone. That talented man lived alone on the top of the highest mountain in the region. Glenda gave him the introduction letter of the chief of the village, and he allowed her to stay there. During the time staying there, the master gave her the strange lessons to practice. She had to keep a small leaf balanced on her head. Run on the high piles, throw the magic balls into the center of the woods without breaking it. Or the light practice, instead of the strong practice with magic. Although she didn't get the meaning of those things, she patiently followed what he had instructed. Until one day, she realized that her power didn't get better. It was even weaker than before. She was up all night tossing and turning, couldn't hold her curiosity back. She came to ask her master.
Now I am able to control her power. And I can also place some seals to prevent the power from exploding. The time ahead, I don't need to worry about that anymore.
You connected with them to trick me?
Glenda, it's not what you think.
I'm leaving here!
If you dare to do that, I will take all of your power away.
You're all unreasonable!
When she was about to use her magic to attack her master, she realized that her body had no strength. Glenda saw herself being detained in a room when she woke up.
Glenda, calm down and listen to me.
I won't listen anything! I believed you, but you are not different from those guys. All of you just want to take my power away!
Every day, the master always patiently advised her, but she didn't listen to anything. In those days, she just tried her best to break all of the magic seals. In the end, with her intelligence and outstanding magic talents, she was able to break all the seals and got her magic back. And finally, she could break the door to get out of there. Hearing the noise, the master immediately went there to prevent. But her power was so strong that the master was also blown away and got his body injured.
I will take the revenge. I will teach those selfish guys a lesson so they won't be able to disturb me anymore.
In the silent night at the village, a loud noise woke everybody up. Everyone was all surprised when seeing Glenda. Feeling that she was there with no goodwill, they immediately attacked her. However, Glenda easily overpowered the elders. One after one was defeated by Glenda's power.
I always listened to you, put up with you, but all of you just want to put me into the corner. Today, I won't forgive you anymore!
Suddenly, she felt hurtful. The power that she had summoned was overloaded. Her body couldn't resist it anymore. Seeing that, the elders took the chance to eliminate Glenda. Luckily, the master appeared on time to prevent it.
Glenda, you have to be the one who controls your power. Don't let it manipulate you. Remember the lessons that I taught you.
Listening to him, Glenda naturalizes her power as what he had taught her before. Thanks to that, her power was stable again.
Why did you help me? Wasn't that you connect with those guys to harm me?
It's true that they sent you to me to control your power, but I didn't do that. No one had the right to take your power away.
You did that thing! You made my power not grow anymore?
Because I saw that if your power was too strong, you would hurt yourself. To unleash your power as you want, you should learn how to control it, then practice more to become stronger.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood you for the whole time. I even hurt you.
I'm alright, as long as you don't hurt yourself.
Can I come back to learn more from you?
Glenda, now I have nothing more to teach you. However, there is so many new things about magic out there in this world that I haven't even known. You're a genius. Don't let your talent be buried here.
But what should I do when I get no one beside to instruct me?
You are a kind and brave girl. I believe that you will know what you should do.
Yes, my master.
Glenda said goodbye to everyone and set out. She rode the wind to wander everywhere to find the freedom, the new challenges for her life, and to help all the people in difficulties.
That rain brought a small shooting star down on a fairy flower, and under the shining moonlight, a lovely fairy, Alula, was born. She was loved by the elder and her friends because of her gentle beauty of the moon and stars. And especially, every night, Alula will always spend time gathering moonlight, starlight, and singing to help magical creatures as well as humans fall asleep easily and relax. Everyone admired and appreciated her talent.
Alula, you are everyone's pride. I believe that by next ceremony, you will have acquired powers and weapons commensurate to what you are sacrificing. However, remember that when bringing the power of the moon and stars to each citizen, you need to keep a cheerful spirit and aura. Don't be negative, because that source of power is very easily influenced by evil. If your power is infected with bad habits, people's dreams will be affected, and they will have nightmares. I understand, and I will always try to do my job well.
But she didn't know that she was about to face the dangers that had always lurked for her from the demons, headed by the Demon King. As it turned out, before Alula appeared, this land never lived in peace because the demons always played tricks and disrupted the people's sleep in order to absorb their fears and nightmares as strength. With current Alula's power, the demons had gradually lost their energy, and they always wanted to take revenge on her.
Well, if Alula wanted to make everyone happy forever, then I'm determined to take her down.
Therefore, the night before the ceremony, the demons ambushed the path that Alula often went to gather moonlight and starlight, cast dark magic, shoot at her, and then left. The next morning, Alula was awakened by the people's screams with the elder nearby. Alula tried to sit up and went to check the situation.
Elder, where's Alula? It seems that she didn't work yesterday because we all had terrible nightmares last night.
Yes, that makes us feel very tired. No energy to work today. Sorry, everyone. Alula, are you okay? I'm fine. It's just yesterday, while I was going to work, I was hit by a falling meteor, so I was injured and lost consciousness. Sorry, Elder, and everyone for this carelessness. All right. I believe that after convalescing, Alula will quickly return and continue to fulfill her duties well.
After everyone left, the elder took Alula for treatment and discovered a strange, faint, dark light surrounding her.
Alula, I don't think that meteorite is normal. Perhaps this is the magic of the demons that dwell in this land, and only you can cast it off yourself. So even though I know you're sad, before you figure out how to undo the magic, you shouldn't continue to use the power of the moon and stars to protect the people's sleep. I understand. Don't worry too much. Today is also the day of consecration. I think this is also an opportunity for you to find a way to break this dark light.
After that, the elves led Alula to the Heaven Gate to determine her abilities and find her own fighting weapon. As she stepped through the gate, the new aura surrounded her, granting her magic to protect everyone's dreams during the ordeal. However, Alula was still unable to use it fluently after her injury, so she herself was haunted by nightmares about demons. When Alula was worried and frightened, she suddenly noticed a strange warmth emanating from the bedside of that resident, so she fired magic at that thing. Alula's ordeal ended successfully to the joy and blessing of everyone. However, in her hand did not appear any weapons like other fairies.
Why is that? Don't I have my own special weapon after the ordeal? Alula, now you have been given the power to protect the dreams. In order to gain full power and get rid of all the demons' dark energy, you must find a weapon against those demons yourself. If finding my weapon is associated with those demons, then I believe that the only way was going to their lair. Facing the enemy is the best way for me to perfect my power.
After that, Alula immediately went to find the whereabouts of the demons before nightfall to prevent the nightmares from coming to the people on the following nights. On the way, she caught a swan trapped in a net, so she rushed to rescue it. Appreciated by Alula's help, the swan gave her a feather and a net and gave her instructions.
Go to the end of this road, and you will find the Devil's Cave. You will face many dangers then, but I hope these will help you. Furthermore, the Demon King has a magic necklace, bringing suffering to the people. So you should try to destroy it to eliminate the Demon King.
Thank you very much, Swan. I'll keep an eye on that necklace.
As it got dark, Alula finally reached the demon's cave. But before she could further scout the situation, she was attacked by dark magic from behind and fainted. When Alula woke up, she found herself tied up and the Demon King looking at her happily.
You're the Demon King, aren't you? Release me!
Don't waver in vain. Now that you have fallen into our hands, it is better to cooperate for mutual benefits. You completely became my minion and made everyone sink into a nightmare. Then you and I will rule this place together. What do you think?
What if I answer no?
So you think you'll be safe out of here with my mighty force? You are not strong enough to be my opponent. Besides, after the ordeal with the Heaven Gate, neither the Elder nor the Fairyland gave you any weapons, but forced you to find yourself, while all the other fairies had their own weapons. That shows they're looking down on you when you don't do a good job.
Hearing these words, Alula was deeply heartbroken and gradually lost her mind. Taking the opportunity of Alula's panic, the Demon King continued to use his magic necklace to hypnotize her into believing in the future.
Look, Alula, if you help me, we will surely rule the whole place, and everyone must bow before your authority.
After hearing the Demon King's enticing words, she suddenly felt the power within her light up, and the image of the people appeared in her mind.
I can't let people's sleep be ruined just for my own gain. And I also love the job of bringing beautiful dreams to people. And if I follow the Demon King, everyone will be in despair. I can't do that. I absolutely don't want people to be disappointed or sad when they put all their expectations on me. I must definitely put everyone's interests first.
After that, with a fake laugh, Alula agreed to the Demon King's condition for a chance to defeat him.
Okay, I agree to use magic to rule this land with you. Now hurry up and untie me so we can execute the plan together.
The Demon King was overjoyed and quickly withdrew his magic. Alula took advantage of him not paying attention and quickly snatched his necklace. Gradually, the Demon King's necklace changed from dark magic to bright fairy magic light on Alula's hand.
How dare you fool me, Alula? If so, then take the punishment.
The Demon King tried to use his strength to fight Alula, but she quickly dodged it. However, with the Demon King's powerful force, even if Alula continued to cast spells, she wouldn't match him.
Why are this necklace and Swan's gifts glowing? Maybe they have some connection? In that case, I'll try to use magic to combine them.
Alula used her magic to put the items together, and it turned into a warm, shiny thing like the one she'd seen in the ordeal. Then, when the Demon King and the demons rushed in to attack her, immediately that thing glowed, repelling the attack, and sucking the Demon King and his companions in.
It turns out that this one can defeat the demons in an instant. Not only that, the demons once trapped will be unable to escape and cause nightmares for everyone. This is a great weapon that can erase nightmares, protect people's night's sleep. It is a powerful dream catcher.
After that, Alula brought the dream catcher to the fairyland, to everyone's joy. Since then, this had been her special weapon used when she completed tasks on the land. With the treasure...
Do you know that our world always exists parallel to the world of magical wizards? Each wizard, upon entering the academy, would be challenged by summoning a magical creature, the unicorn. Their status and magical abilities would correspond to this creature. Being admitted to the Unicorn Academy was undoubtedly the greatest honor in one's lifetime. However, apart from the purebred wizard families, only a few exceptional commoners had the privilege. In Ella's village, everyone believed that her talented older sister would be one of the rare few to study at the Unicorn Academy this year. Ella was no less skilled than other ordinary girls, even a bit more. But when compared to her sister, the difference was immense. Despite feeling self-pity, Ella never resented her sister. In fact, she admired and was proud of her.
Sister, with your talent, you'll surely receive an invitation to the Unicorn Academy this year. If that's true, I'll send you many letters about the Academy. You promise, right? When the time comes, don't get so engrossed in studying that you forget about me.
However, in the end, not only Ella or her sister, but also all the villagers were astonished when Ella was the one invited to join the academy, not her sister. The shock and disappointment prevented her sister from talking to Ella until the day she started her studies. Ella entered the Unicorn Academy with a heavy heart, mixed with a hint of anxiety. Her worry and confusion grew as the magical classification ceremony went on. The elemental unicorns appeared one by one, filling the air with wondrous magic. Each student who successfully summoned a magical creature would have a corresponding horn appear on their head, reflecting their elemental affinity. Especially the radiant unicorn created by Selena, a purebred wizard. There was no doubt that this unicorn would be the highest ranked one at the ceremony today. Ella was the last to summon her creature, and she was anxious and frightened when nothing seemed to happen. People were tired after the long ceremony, and their patience was wearing thin. If nothing happened, Ella would have to pack her things and return to her previous life. She remembered hurtful comparisons people had made.
What's going on? Is there any mistake? Or did Ella cheat to steal her sister's spot?
I do have feelings, you know. Please, anything, just let the unicorn appear.
Her plea seemed to be heard by the heavens. From the sky, an object plummeted down at a terrifying speed, causing a commotion in the ceremony.
Oh my goodness! It's the rainbow unicorn?
It's the unicorn with the most notable power.
What? It doesn't even have the horn yet. Even Ella, she didn't grow an extra horn.
It's because Ella's unicorn is injured. Everything will be fine in a couple of weeks.
In the following days, Ella received a different kind of attention than usual. Even Celia, who didn't like Ella, put on a friendly face and invited Ella to join her group.
There's a race this weekend. You and your unicorn, James, right? Join us. I'm sorry, but I have other plans.
Indeed, Ella was hiding a dreadful secret. James, the unicorn she summoned, wasn't actually a unicorn.
Listen, I know you're not the creature I summoned, but it's all done now. Can you please help me stay at the academy a little longer?
Contrary to Ella's friendliness, James was uncooperative. Before the magic test, Ella led James outside, hoping to connect with him and gain his cooperation. However, James not only disobeyed, but also hurt Ella, becoming the subject of ridicule for those who happened to witness it. James managed to escape Ella's control, crossing the academy's boundaries and ending up in a room with aggressive unicorns. He didn't expect that Ella would appear, risking her life to protect him. The wounds James inflicted were still visible on Ella, yet she cared for James with patience and tenderness.
I'm sorry. It's because of my incompetence that you're involved in this. But tomorrow it will be over. After the test, when I can't perform magic, I'll confess everything and leave. You'll be free too, James.
Ella couldn't have anticipated that those words, along with her gentle actions, would touch James's heart. The next day, James agreed to let Ella ride him, and even performed magic to help hide her abilities. From that moment, they became the best of friends. Ella's status also soared as a result.
What's her talent, anyway? Can't even get a horn, and that creature doesn't even look like a unicorn anymore.
For the first time, Ella experienced the glow of being the main character, and she couldn't bear to lose it. 3 days ago, Ella received an anonymous letter. It stated that the dark mage living in the Forbidden Forest had a solution to her problem.
I can't resort to cheating like this.
Her fear led her to a selfish decision.
I want to have a unicorn horn.
After following the instructions, a horn indeed appeared on James's head. However, after that, James was no longer the gentle creature he used to be.
James? James? What's wrong with you?
High-level wizards struggled to restrain James. But it wasn't an easy task, especially when the condition seemed to spread to other unicorns.
Ella! What on earth have you done? James, please, don't be like this. James! It's me! It's me, Ella! Stop, Ella! Quickly bring him under control!
James's memories of Ella's kindness woke him up. Seizing the opportunity, the group of wizards captured James and the mindless unicorns. Allowing the magical tribunal to step in and take them away. Ella realized that one of the members of the tribunal was the one who tricked her into attaching the horn to James.
Don't be foolish, Ella! That's impossible! Hurry and lead them away!
Alone, Ella couldn't do much. She cried out, seeking help from the other students.
What are you all doing? How could you let them be taken away like that? They are our good friends. How could you forget all the good times we had? To us, they might be pets, but to them, we're everything. Selena, you too? You don't care about your unicorn, Selena? I will never give up on James. Never! You are not alone. We'll help
me
you.
too!
The students created chaos together, allowing Ella to break free and escape with James. Without hesitation, James took off with great speed, carrying Ella on his back.
Ha! You can't escape.
Fortunately, a catastrophe was averted as James and Ella found themselves cornered, with the Dark Wizard about to capture them.
Running away. Why stop now?
I'm sorry, James. It's all my fault. I've hurt you. I let my own interests blind me. You've always been my best friend, whether you're a unicorn or not.
In their final moment, Ella decisively removed the horn that didn't belong to James, confirming her affirmation. Strangely enough, that action not only restored James's original appearance, but also sprouted a pair of large wings, lifting both of them into the air. It turned out that James wasn't a unicorn, but a Pegasus prince. During the battle against the forces of darkness, he had been wounded and lost his way to the Unicorn Academy. The wound caused by the darkness sealed his magic powers and memories temporarily. When the horn containing dark magic was attached, it inadvertently reactivated his powers. When Ella removed it, the powers surged once again. James purified the darkness, restoring his own sanity and the minds of the remaining unicorns. Ella stepped forward, admitting her mistakes to everyone and acknowledging that she wasn't worthy of studying here.
Summoning a spirit beast is through the bond of friendship with a wizard. Although James isn't a unicorn, what you and James have done is more than enough to prove your capabilities here.
But what about James? Can he stay here too?
You don't have to worry about that. Poseidon and Medusa, James's parents, have entrusted him to the academy until he's strong enough to take over the throne.
From then on, they continued to be close friends, and they even built a sometimes turbulent but beautiful relationship with Selena.
Today's story concludes. Thank you for your support. Each view is a tremendous encouragement for us to create more interesting new stories. Don't forget to subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales to help us reach 1 million subscribers soon. Now, share with WOA Fairy Tales your emotions after watching today's story. See you in the upcoming episode! In the dense and dangerous Amazon forest, nobody knew about the existence of a peculiar creature, the Mera mermaid, the only surviving member of the mermaid tribe. She was the guardian of a treasure hidden at the bottom of the river, yet she had no idea of its true value. For Mera, the precious gold and silver that humans desired were nothing more than playthings she enjoyed with the underwater creatures. Mera noticed a squirrel falling into the water and hurried to rescue it. Little did she know, fate had brought her face to face with her destiny. It was none other than John, a renowned explorer. John, accompanied by Phil and a small group of soldiers, ventured into the Amazon forest in search of treasure. Despite their days of arduous exploration, they hadn't found any traces yet. When the entire expedition reached a drier water area, Phil suddenly spotted glimmering specks of gold at the riverbed. Without hesitation, he swiftly collected those small pieces of gold.
Gold! It's gold!
His soldiers heard him and became excited, searching for gold along the riverbed. However, John paid no attention. He was solely focused on the squirrel struggling in the water. Fortunately, the poor squirrel was revived by John's artificial respiration and regained consciousness. The group continued to collect gold, unaware that a mermaid was watching them. It was Mera. She gazed dreamily at John.
He truly is a strange young man. Instead of picking up gold, he saves a squirrel?
At that moment, Phil glanced around and noticed Mera observing them.
A mermaid!
John immediately followed Phil's gaze, and their eyes met. Afraid, Mera drove underwater and disappeared.
Get the mermaid!
However, one soldier, too engrossed in collecting gold, paid no attention and continued venturing into deep waters. Unfortunately, he became the prey of a crocodile.
Quick, get out of here!
After Mera returned to her dwelling, she remembered what she had just witnessed and was instantly drawn to John's kind-hearted nature, disregarding material possessions while cherishing the nights and days. Meanwhile, John was also fascinated by the discovery of the mermaid's existence. He began sketching drawings of the mermaid in his notebook. As for Phil, he secretly planned to capture the mermaid and present her to the king, hoping to gain wealth and fame.
I must certainly capture that mermaid.
However, to catch the mermaid, they had to overcome a gigantic crocodile. Phil recalled the scene when he discovered Mira earlier, and a sinister smile gradually spread across his face. The next day, Phil and John returned to the Amazon forest. Mira once again reunited with the love of her life. Suddenly, John's boat encountered a mishap, and he fell into the river in a peculiar manner. John tried to call for help, struggling to stay afloat, but no one on the boat heard his cries. From a distance, a gigantic crocodile emerged on the water's surface and started rushing towards John. In a critical moment, Mira saved him from the jaws of the crocodile. Escaping the crocodile's grip, Mira took John to her hiding place. Here, John faced Mira at such close proximity for the first time. He appeared bewildered and worried. Mira suddenly discovered her own drawings in John's notebook. She became immensely delighted. Observing this, John gradually let go of his guard towards Mira. He offered her a candy as a token of gratitude. That night, John stayed behind the waterfall cave to have intimate conversation with Mira, sharing their innermost thoughts. The entire mermaid tribe has vanished, and I am the only one left alone in this world. The treasure, the riches, hold no meaning anymore. The only companion I have is the crocodile who helps guard the treasure.
Mira, it's all in the past. I will take you to a grand and safe castle, where there will be no lurking danger anymore.
Humans have harmed our entire lineage and desire to possess the treasure of the Amazon. My mother sacrificed herself so I could escape. I despise humans. Hearing this, John felt immense sympathy for Mira. He was determined to risk his own life to protect her. The next day, as they sat happily conversing by the edge of the waterfall, a sudden large net descended upon them. Phil approached with a wicked grin. It turned out he had devised a plan for John to lure Mira, using him as bait to ensnare her.
Release her! Mira, you must trust me. I have no knowledge of this scheme.
John, you are a betrayer!
John is not worthy of your love. Hate him instead.
Despite Phil's promise to John about releasing Mira back into the mighty river, the reality proved different as he brought her to a luxurious castle and even presented her as a gift to the king.
You cannot take her away!
Step aside. Oh, I should thank you for helping me capture her, shouldn't I?
After being bestowed upon the king, Mira found herself in a grand hall within the castle, confined within a colossal fish tank. She became an exhibition for neighboring nobles to marvel at. Mira refused to accept her captivity, exerting all her strength in futile attempts to escape from that prison. After numerous unsuccessful endeavors, Mira felt powerless and gradually abandoned her resistance. John knew that Mira had become a plaything for the human race and fervently wished to find a way to liberate her from that wretched existence. However, Phil always had vigilant henchmen who closely monitored and thwarted his every effort.
I've caused Mira to suffer. I am truly a despicable person. I must rescue her at all costs and make those villains pay dearly.
As night descended, John stealthily attacked the guards who were watching over Mira. The commotion awakened Mira from her slumber. Before her lay a fierce and intense battle. After overpowering all the guards, John proceeded to explain to Mira the events that had unfolded. However, Mira remained consumed by feelings of resentment and indignation towards John.
Mira, please, listen to my explanation!
Despite his explanations, John found himself climbing up the castle wall in search of a way to persuade her. Mira was overwhelmed by anger and truly desired to rid herself of the young man whom she had once deeply cherished. John made no attempt to resist, his body surrendering as if accepting Mira's retribution. Mira was taken aback when John entrusted his life to her without the slightest resistance. Perhaps he had no other means to prove his unwavering love for her. But ultimately, Mira softened her heart and pulled John out of the water.
Mira, I was deceived by Phil. I was foolish to have placed so much trust in his words. I will bring you back to the Amazon.
Upon hearing John's explanation, Mira's trust was rekindled once more. She agreed to escape with the young man before her, in pursuit of freedom and a new life. Very well, let's go. Without hesitation, John guided Mira away from the pool. He couldn't bear to keep the person he loved in this place for even a moment longer. Stepping outside, John led her to a convoy of wine carriages that had been arranged beforehand. Both of them quickly boarded the carriage, evading the notice of anyone else. Thanks to that, both of them easily surpassed the watchful eyes of the guards and left the castle. Traveling throughout the night, the following day the convoy arrived at the Amazon. Seizing the moment when the convoy paused for rest, John guided Mira away from there and delved deep into the jungle. John gently led Mira out of the wine carriage to ensure nobody would discover them. Upon reaching the riverbank, it seemed as though they had successfully escaped. However, John spotted Phil's army in pursuit, but John swiftly intervened, shielding her with his own body. Behind them, Phil and his horse-riding soldiers gave chase.
Go get them!
Mira brought John to her sanctuary. John sustained severe injuries, causing great worry to Mira. She tenderly touched John's wounds, her tears streaming incessantly.
Wait for me, my love. I won't let you depart like this.
She dove deep into the heart of the Amazon. There, a treasure trove of gold and silver lay buried beneath the riverbed. Approaching a spot where a glowing goblet was placed, she then returned to John.
When these tears fell, I shall be forever blind. But you are more important. I am willing to sacrifice anything as long as you awaken.
Gradually, John regained consciousness, yet he realized that Mira could no longer see.
You're awake!
Your eyes!
To save you, I am willing to do anything.
Once again, John expressed his gratitude to Mira. He discovered that the tears of a mermaid, when consumed from the enchanted goblet, could heal even the most critical wounds. At that very moment, Phil's frenzied group relentlessly searched for John and Mira.
John was hit by a deadly arrow. Surely he couldn't survive.
As they ventured across the tranquil waters, the soldiers chanced upon a glistening gold concealed beneath the surface.
Halt, you heedless band!
Overwhelmed by a sense of powerlessness, Phil pressed on his solitary journey. After a while, he encountered John.
Though pierced by a deadly arrow, you endure.
Indeed, it was Mira. She wielded this wondrous goblet of hope and the tears of the mermaid to preserve my life.
Phil's insatiable greed surged forth at the mere mention of the precious treasure.
John, let us join forces and apprehend Mira, claiming the Amazon's treasure as our own.
Material possessions hold no dominion over me.
No! You're crazy!
In the state of terror, Phil's henchmen scattered in every direction. John retraced his steps to reunite with Mira. Through the genuine love bestowed by John, Mira's sight was restored. Together, they reveled in blissful harmony within the enchanting embrace of the Amazon forest.
In the realm of precious gemstones, the diamond lineage stood as the mightiest. They were magnificent gemstones, radiating a luminous beauty and possessing an unparalleled durability. Alas, a volcanic cataclysm a century passed. King Yellow Diamond and Queen Red Diamond gave their all to forge an unyielding diamond barrier. With their departure, they left behind two unfortunate daughters, Sparkle and Pink Diamond. Sparkle, the youngest, had reached maturity, yet she remained a raw diamond, bearing a prominent crack from the calamity long ago. This flaw afflicted her with profound self-consciousness and a sense of estrangement. In contrast to Sparkle, her elder sister Pink Diamond epitomized both beauty and authority in the kingdom. She ascended the throne, succeeding her parents, and ruled over the gem realms for ages. Pink Diamond was demanding on Sparkle, believing the crack restrained her potential.
Sparkle hastened to the fiery forge for training, transform into a diamond to erase that blemish, the lineage's bane.
Sister, you're truly overbearing!
Despite relentless effort, success eluded her no matter how hard she tried. The tale began one day when Sparkle stumbled upon an ancient tome.
Could a very volcano sealed by our parents possess true magic? A magic that could mend a scar on my face?
With excitement, Sparkle shared her discovery with Pink Diamond.
No, that place is treacherous. Many have perished due to the creature residing there.
But Sparkle's desire to prove herself and forge her own path propelled her forward. So that very night, she journeyed to the volcano's peak, accompanied by Emerald and Sapphire. They too were gemstones marked by imperfections, which had led to their isolation. They found a way to manipulate the diamond soldiers.
But if we don't, we'll forever be the ones looked down upon. But if we don't, we'll forever be the ones looked down upon. Fear not, Sparkle. The volcano has slumbered undisturbed for ages. There's no reason for it to erupt now. Indeed, all we need to do is go there, mend our bodies' cracks, then return to restore the original diamond barrier.
Having deliberated, Emerald, Sapphire and Sparkle pooled their strengths, drawing energy from the moonlight to conjure a resounding explosion.
Huh?
Oh.
Huh?
What is this?
Hmm? It must be the doing of those nefarious trio! Calm down, everyone!
Alone, she couldn't mend this barrier, for it had been built by her parents, and it required a great deal of magic to rebuild.
Soldiers, protect the barrier. I will seek out the other three. Oh?
Emerald, Sapphire and Sparkle journeyed through the night to reach the fiery mountain.
Huh? Emerald, Sapphire, help me secure the rope. I will plunge into the fiery mountain. Huh?
Here, she beheld a slumbering beast, pressed beneath colossal boulders. Sparkle kept swaying gracefully on the delicate thread. It made Emerald and Sapphire struggle tirelessly to keep her suspended high above. regrettably Sparkle brushed against jagged rocks, inadvertently releasing the monster and awakening it from slumber. The lava also awaited its moment to erupt. Emerald and Sapphire were pulled down by the thread along with Sparkle. All three bore visible scars and wounds. The temperature continued to rise, and if they stayed too long, they would melt away. The monster lunged to attack, and Pink Diamond appeared and conjured a giant shield.
Why didn't you listen to me and ventured into danger on your own? Did you know that both our parents sacrificed themselves to build the barrier against lava? Have you ever been rejected or pushed away, sister, so that you could understand how I feel? You've always made me feel unworthy of being a member of the Diamond family, always self-conscious about my flaws. Once I repair this imperfection, I'll have the potential to cultivate into a diamond. I want you to be proud of me. Is that wrong?
The monstrous creature swung its shield, charging forward and prepared to breathe fire at Pink Diamond.
Sparkle!
However, the monster was unharmed and suddenly soared high into the sky, leaving the volcanic mountain and heading toward the village. The lava had already risen quite high. This volcano could erupt at any moment. Behind them, waves of lava were rushing into the kingdom fiercely. Emerald and Sapphire, along with other gemstones, temporarily built a wall to cover the hole. Meanwhile, Pink Diamond tried to contain the monster's rampage. Meanwhile, Pink Diamond tried to contain the monster's rampage. A stone mask on the creature's head fell off, revealing a crack.
Release the innocent ones!
Release them. It's all your fault that I became like this.
100 years ago, that creature was Quartz, a rainbow quartz living in the Gemstone Kingdom. However, an accident left him with a scar on his face. The people of that time drove him away, including the king and queen. They all believed he would bring shame to this kingdom. Quartz went to the volcanic mountain to repair the scar on his face, but his actions unintentionally led to the volcano's eruption, and he became trapped under massive boulders. Rainbow Quartz remained there for months, and his resentment grew, slowly transforming him into a monster. Quartz merged with the volcanic mountain and gained control over it. Quartz believed that the Gemstone people only cared about appearances. So he raised the lava higher, wanting to wipe them all out. Pink Diamond realized the truth, and she looked at him and her entire people with sorrow. Just then, Sparkle soared in like a divine being. But she had transformed into a new entity, a rainbow diamond unlike any before.
Sparkle, you're still alive! When I fell into the lava, I endured a lot of pain and extreme heat. But it was the scar on my face that absorbed all the lava's power and unlocked the powerful rainbow diamond form. Never hide your imperfections, for they do not make us weaker, but stronger.
The Gemstone people looked at each other in confusion. They reluctantly apologized to Sparkle and also removed the adhesive bandages on themselves, revealing that they too had numerous scratches just like him. After that accident, not a single Gemstone citizen in the kingdom was without flaws. But they all chose to hide their scars with adhesive bandages, fearing they would be looked down upon. But thanks to Sparkle, they realized their mistake and rushed to embrace the creature, spreading love to him.
We're sorry.
Touched by everyone's love, the monster's body cracked open. The man abandoned his monstrous form to return to his original rainbow quartz self.
I'm sorry. I used to endure harsh expectations from my parents, which is why I placed a heavy burden on you.
Both sisters understood each other's hearts. From then on, the Gemstone Kingdom no longer discriminated against external flaws. They welcomed Rainbow Quartz back into the kingdom. Sparkle and Pink Diamond became queens and created an egalitarian society. Everyone lived happily together.
The story ends here today.
Forgiveness is a good thing, but forgiving betrayal is always a mistake. Everywhere was filled with joy at the wedding of Sophia and Cooper. She was the princess of the Kingdom of the Sea, never in love and only wanting to find a deserving person. And he was a talented prince, incredibly wealthy, sweet and polite.
Does anybody object to this marriage?
I object!
Things took a turn for the worse when Sophia's rival, the Princess of the Green Forest, appeared.
How dare you ruin my happiness, Grace? Today should have been my wedding, and Cooper should have been the groom.
Oh, my naive little girls. He had given them love, which made them willing to enter into marriage. They dreamed of a complete love, only to receive unforgettable humiliation.
You wretch! Were you the one spreading rumors to bring me here?
The overflowing emotions of passionate love and the pain of betrayal caused the two girls to react strongly. Why cry? Without me, there would be someone else. Because he was a deceitful prince, skilled at seduction and stealing the hearts of unsuspecting princesses. Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to follow the story. Avery worked as a server in a luxurious tavern. With her simple appearance and cold, indifferent nature, she seemed invisible to everyone. As she grew older, she became more indifferent, binding herself to a boring serving job. The tavern had a regular guest, Prince Cooper. Every month, he would bring a different princess to the tavern for a date. Avery despised Cooper because he reminded her of her father. Her father had abandoned her and her mother for another woman. Since then, she had lost faith in love and withdrawn into a dull life. Due to her deep hatred, Avery had tried many times to expose Cooper, but failed. But perhaps luck would come her way this time.
Do you know what he said to me? Without you, life has no meaning anymore. So marry me instead! Oh heavens, that wretched man!
Avery joined them and revealed Cooper's previous deceitful actions.
This is too much. We need someone who can make him suffer and experience the feeling of betrayal. But who? He has charmed almost every princess in the world. Not every princess yet.
Although Cooper had visited the tavern many times, he had never noticed Avery. To him, she was just a commoner, invisible. They would transform her into the ideal girlfriend and teach him a lesson.
For someone accustomed to getting everything he wants, Cooper will be impressed by an arrogant princess. Mysterious and acting submissive at the right moment. Remember!
The first encounter with Cooper happened at the tavern again. Sophia and Grace secretly gave Cooper a mysterious drink that made him behave foolishly.
Do you know? You're so attractive.
You're insane!
What is this? Wait a minute.
According to the plan, this was when Avery appeared, leaving Cooper stunned with just one glance. In the following days, Cooper sought to meet Avery continuously. Avery maintained an unpredictable attitude towards Cooper. Sometimes
sometimes friendly and open, sometimes cold and icy, confusing him. He was going crazy because he had never made so much effort before. Come on, Avery. When will you agree to go on a date with me?
You? I don't know what's true anymore.
What do I have to do to prove my sincerity? I really mean it. Suddenly, a thief appeared, and Cooper immediately stood up to protect Avery. Avery pretended to be moved and accepted his 100th confession of love. The plan was on its way to perfect success. Avery and her accomplices laughed at Cooper's foolishness. However, things were not as easy as she thought. Cooper was overly sweet and genuinely caring. He actively learned about her interests and tenderly took care of her step by step. They spent many nights talking to each other. Avery kept reminding herself that it was all just a play, and he was still a villain.
Remember his true nature. Wake up!
On an unsuspecting night... Be careful, Avery!
Oh no, Cooper!
Avery caught him and helped treat his wounds. In this touching moment, a marriage proposal was just around the corner. Avery had prepared herself for a cheesy line he would say to countless other girls. But... Avery, I know I'm terrible, but for you, I will change. I want to be worthy of being by your side. Come on, let me show you this. Since childhood, I had been seriously ill and at risk of dying early. My mother made a deal with a demon to give me her remaining years in exchange for her revival. I couldn't bear it. Then sold my soul to the demon with the deal for my mother's revival. I swore to open the gates and bring the demon to the mortal world, using the broken hearts of the princesses as the main ingredient. I already have enough ingredients to complete the gateway, but I've decided not to open it anymore. Because now I love you! I want to live a redeemed life by your side forever!
Are these words true?
Avery began to feel conflicted about her revenge plan, and perhaps had developed some feelings for Cooper. She shared everything with Sophia and Grace.
Fantastic! This is evidence to put him in jail. And we'll attend his wedding wearing bridal gowns.
Cooper and Avery's wedding was splendid. The promiscuous prince finally found his life's destination. Sophia and Grace secretly blended into the wedding to witness the perfect ending of their play. Thank you for giving me the chance to change. Please let me love you for the rest of my life. Avery became more and more confused. If she continued to deceive him at this moment, she wouldn't be any better than him. She gritted her teeth and finally revealed the truth that everything was part of a revenge plan by the betrayed brides. Betrayed brides?
You will repent in prison!
Ironically, fate punished Cooper severely. The one he loved couldn't be with him, and she made him taste extreme agony.
Why cry?
Suddenly, the demon crashed the wedding and unleashed his fury. It turned out that one of the demon's minions had secretly observed Cooper and knew that he had abandoned his plan to open the gates of hell. Therefore, the minion brought the gateway to the wedding and completed it. The demon decided to punish Cooper. Grace and Sophia called upon mystical creatures from the ocean and the forest to join the battle. However, the darkened Koopa was too powerful, and they couldn't defeat him. Seeing the image of a corrupted Koopa in agony, Avery realized that she had indeed developed feelings for him.
I believe in you. Don't lose yourself.
This made him recall the moment when his mother passed away. How do ye want me to become?
Become whoever you want, as long as you live with integrity and treat others kindly. That will always make me proud of you. Don't lose yourself, my child.
At this moment, Koopa saw his mother's image in Avery.
A sinful person like you deserves to go to hell with me!
No, Cooper!
But Koopa chose to atone for his mistakes. The shards of broken hearts scattered and returned to the deceived brides. There was one piece of a heart that he had given to the one he loved. After everything, Avery lived a positive and open life, ready to embrace love. Occasionally, she would remember Koopa and remind herself that true kindness could transform everything. She always had the choice to live a righteous life.
In a distant kingdom, both men and women had long and flowing hair.
It's because the longer their hair, the stronger their magic.
Allow me to introduce Tiffany, the lady with the longest, most beautiful hair. Only those who have watched WOA Fairy Tales channel could be more beautiful than her.
Who could be more beautiful than me?
And so, Tiffany possessed the most magical hair in the kingdom. Tiffany used her hair to perform showy tricks and attract attention. She and the people of the kingdom looked down upon those with short, non-magical hair. In the past, Tiffany used her hair to help others as her mother had advised. Don't hesitate to sacrifice your hair to save those you love. But after her mother's demise, due to a scheme by a group of short-haired individuals, Tiffany changed. She transformed into an obnoxious show-off. Surprisingly, people still adored her. Many suitors proposed to Tiffany. Yet, she only had eyes for Prince Ryder, soon becoming the princess with long hair. Tiffany's vanity grew even more pronounced. She assembled a team of maids solely to tend to her magical hair. The finest hair care elixirs were served for her alone. She compelled Ryder to organize weekly parties for her to flaunt her hair.
Watch this! Behold the radiant glow of my hair!
Nonetheless, Ryder continued to indulge his wife. But everything changed when Tiffany had an accident.
This can't be, isn't it?
When she awoke, the long-haired princess had lost something more precious than her life.
Ah!
Are you awake now?
What did you do to my hair? Who are you?
I am Tonsa. I found you lost in the forest, Your Highness. Your hair had already vanished by then. I had to bring you here.
Where is here?
The village of Short Hair.
What? I have to stay here?
Hey. If you go back, they would cast you aside. And who's to say they would recognize you?
He isn't wrong. I've lost my hair.
Reluctantly, Tiffany accepted the offer from that young man. To live here, she had to work. Real work, not just using her magical hair. Of course, she couldn't do anything well.
Disliking farming, she began serving the long-haired folk. And she truly didn't excel at anything.
How can hair brushing even cause fires?
Despite the hardships, Tiffany didn't dare return. She was too ashamed, and no one recognized her.
Fired again, huh? Come work with me instead.
Before she could start, though...
Newcomer, huh? Your hair isn't even as long as a horse's tail.
Only then did she realize how insufferable she used to be. Surprisingly, Tonsor stood up for her. He even accepted losing his job to save her. Tiffany understood that she had misunderstood the short-haired people. United by their lack of magic, they helped each other willingly. Tonsor and the short-haired people especially helped Tiffany a lot.
Oh hey, who asked for help?
Gradually, a connection formed between the two. One day, Tiffany had to visit the capital alone. No one recognized her as the princess with long hair. And she saw her former husband, Ryder, but he seemed different.
Why does that hair look strange, yet familiar? Is that my hair? It's you! You stole my hair!
Isn't that the princess?
Exactly, that's her face! Obviously, Tiffany was captured immediately.
I never thought you'd still be alive.
It turned out Ryder had lived for a long time. He stole beautiful hair to maintain his youth. Because Tiffany was so famous, he had to trick her into marrying him to fulfill his sinister plan.
I once had your mother's hair. Yours is even better.
The short hairs harmed my mother, didn't they?
I hired those guys. This time's no different. That tonsor should have ended your life. Only then would the hair be truly mine. Once I am powerful enough, I shall seize control of the kingdom's hair magic.
Ryder staged a public trial of Tiffany to deceive the masses.
This short-haired woman has harmed my wife, impersonated her. Bring forth the accusations. Immediate execution. No excuse.
Stop!
Tonsor suddenly appeared, exposing all of Ryder's wrongdoing.
That hair identical to the princess's former locks?
I knew it instantly! A forgery!
And then everyone's hair shall belong to me! And you too!
Tonsor intervened, rushing to Tiffany's aid. But he had to trade his life for hers.
Tonsor!
Do you remember? We've known each other for a long time. It was you who saved me. I've loved you since then. I cut off your hair, deceived the prince and hid you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No! No!
Miraculously, Tiffany's emotions triggered her hair's magic.
I know. I can't let you live.
Her hair punished Ryder and returned to her. However, the new magic
wasn't powerful enough to save Tonsor.
Don't hesitate to sacrifice your hair to save those you love.
She decided to sacrifice all her hair to harness its full power.
Tiffany?
Though she lost her hair, Tiffany saved the man she loved. And she changed the mindset of the entire kingdom. These two short-haired individuals saved the whole kingdom. From then on, people with long hair and short hair began to live together harmoniously. As for Tiffany, she matured and became the rightful ruler. And oddly enough, her hair started to grow again, allowing her to use it to aid the kingdom once more.
On a stormy night over the land of the Downs, in the middle of the forest, the king and queen's carriage was hurrying back to the castle. Inside the carriage, the queen was suffering from severe pain because she was in labor. Suddenly, the carriage crashed. The king helped the queen to try to leave the forest, to find a safe place to hide from the rain. Fortunately, no matter how bad the weather was, it could not prevent the two princesses from being born safely. Those were two beautiful princesses, Lena and Crystal. After 9 years, the two little princesses grew up to be extremely pretty and lovely. Princess Lena was a very energetic and mischievous girl. On the contrary, Crystal was a very gentle and meek princess. On the 9-year-old birthday of the two princesses, the king held a big party to celebrate. However, just as the two girls were about to cut their birthday cake, a fire broke out. The incident left everyone in shock and panic.
Crystal, are you okay?
Father, I don't know what...
Look, flames from her hands. She's a witch. She's definitely a witch.
The whole party suddenly became chaotic. The criticism towards the princess began to increase, causing Princess Lena to panic and run away from the party.
Does it snow in the middle of summer? Unbelievable!
Little Princess Lena was very afraid of her fiery hands. Although she did not feel any pain, it was not easy to put them out. Fortunately, the queen still knew that she was the safe support of the little princess. Besides, the small snowflakes were also helping Princess Crystal recover from her burns.
Wow, it's so magical!
In the days following, news that Lena was a witch quickly spread throughout the country. The people were fiercely demanding to punish or expel Princess Lena in a case similar things might happen to them. The king, out of love for his daughter, tried to appease the people and made the decision to lock the little Princess Lena in a closed room, not to go out unless it was an emergency. Because he loved his daughter and because he wanted to protect her, the king could not think of any other way. Then one day, it was said that Lena attacked the guards with her fire and escaped from the solitary cell. After a long time without news of her daughter, the queen passed away because she was so heartbroken, leaving many regrets to stay on Earth. The king was left with only Crystal by his side. Fearing that the other princess would also be in danger, he immediately ordered her to stay in the castle and not be in contact with strangers. Just like that, 7 years have passed, and the beautiful Princess Crystal had always dreamed of once being integrated into the bustling crowds outside.
Princess, what do you want to eat today?
Anything?
Wait!
One day, Crystal came up with a bold idea. Thanks to the idea of using a maid outfit, she was able to fulfill her desire to integrate into society, enjoying a moment of freedom that she had not experienced for a long time. Her light footsteps led her to destiny. As a princess surrounded by walls, she didn't know much about the dangerous world outside.
You guys should stop. I will report to my father, and he will arrest you.
Ha! A maid who dares threaten us?
Taking advantage of the opportunity, the young boy quickly pushed down the thugs and dragged his savior away from this dangerous place. The four of them kept running, one after another, on the glacier. And an extremely interesting situation appeared, causing the chase to be interrupted. Luck after luck, it was certainly hard for the bad guys to get a good ending.
Well, you dare to make us like this! I won't forgive you!
Coincidence appeared more and more, and the ice under the thug's feet gradually cracked, causing him to fall into the cold water. Taking advantage of the moment when the bad guys were busy escaping from the freezing water, the young man and Princess Crystal immediately left. After spending some fun outside, Princess Crystal quickly returned to the palace. She still regretted those moments of freedom. It's been a lot of fun. But there are also some problems I don't know how to handle. That boy's name is Nathan, the son of a fisherman. Their family has suddenly become difficult and poor since the day Lena showed her witchcraft powers. The frost left them without food. And since it's from the royal side, I feel like I have a part of the responsibility too. I want to make up for them, the people who suffered because of Lena. But when I told him I was a princess, he didn't believe me. Why?
Princess, it's most likely due to your costume. If there is a next time, please don't call yourself a princess. That will bring us trouble. And you won't be allowed to go out anymore.
Oh, okay, I see. I didn't think it through.
After that, the princess often escaped, and every time it was Nathan taking her out. The love between the two also gradually developed during that time. However, once when she returned home, she was caught by the king. The king was very angry because his daughter tried to escape. Witnessing these things, Nathan also discovered that the person he secretly loved was the real princess. The king and his daughter argued with each other on the way back to the king's conference room. Here, a prince of a neighboring country was waiting, Prince Joseph.
Crystal, Prince Joseph has come all the way here to propose to you.
Propose? Then I would like to refuse.
Crystal, you are old enough to get married. Stop being stubborn.
No, I've already had someone else in my heart.
Unexpectedly, Princess Crystal's backlash created a beautiful and cold miracle. To the king and Joseph's astonishment, Crystal found herself having a special difference, just like her sister Lena. The king, fearing the news that Crystal had ice powers spread outside, immediately ordered the castle to be closed, locking Crystal in a private room. Soon, despite the king's efforts to block the news, rumors about Princess Crystal being an ice witch kept spreading, sending the people into chaos.
Impossible! She was the one who froze this river? What should I do? Help or revenge?
Back with Crystal, locked in her room, she figured it all out. Since her 9-year-old birthday, those strange phenomena, then the frozen river surfaced for more than 10 years. The events of Nathan's family were all caused by her.
Princess Crystal. The situation outside is very chaotic because of a rumor. The king told me that in order to avoid making things worse, I will take you out of the kingdom for a while, wait for things to calm down, and then come back. Princess, I heard that on the other side of the kingdom, deep in the Forbidden Forest, there is a person who can help you lift that icy curse.
Are you sure?
That's what my henchman said. At least we have a glimmer of hope.
Let's go!
By disguise, Princess Crystal crept through the crowd unnoticed. However, she didn't know that she was trapped.
Everyone, the Crystal Witch is here. She wants to run away.
People tried to surround her, intending to attack her, but were immediately stopped by a wall of ice. In the face of the onslaught of the villagers, Princess Crystal still noticed a familiar figure.
Everyone calm down! Listen to me!
That boy is Nathan, the old fisherman's son.
Wasn't the river frozen that made his house become poor?
Everyone probably knows what my family's situation is. From a family living by fishing, suddenly became exhausted. Everyone knows when the incidents happened. Wasn't she only 9 years old at the time? Even among us, none of us know that she's the real cause, but we still believe that it's because of Princess Lena?
So what?
Since then, has she become dangerous or not? Of course not, because she didn't know she had such power, and she certainly didn't mean to harm anyone. Perhaps when she discovered that she herself was the cause of everyone's hunger, the princess was the one who felt the most confused. She was in the moments that were easy to collapse. I affirmed that with an honest person like Crystal, she will surely be able to change everything for the better.
The princess's kiss, filled with happiness, brought a miracle. However, seeing what just happened was completely opposite of what Joseph had calculated, he was very angry.
How could you easily believe those excuses? Apparently she pushed the kingdom to the brink like that. How can we forgive her?
What do you want? Want to divide us? In your dream!
You're a jerk! We're not so bad as you! Your Majesty!
Joseph, I didn't expect you to be so cunning. I've arranged the wedding in vain. Soldiers, grab him and throw him in the dungeon. Crystal, it's all my fault. I made the wrong decision and I almost lost my last loved one.
Father!
Standing in front of such a touching scene, no one can hold back. Thought everything was cleared up and back to the way it was. But no, a mysterious figure appeared.
Adele, I'm back already.
It was a beautiful day. The city of Athens today was full of laughter and joy. Because it was the wedding day of V, a docile, kind, and most beautiful girl in the village. As a father, there was obviously nothing happier than the day his daughter married. For Karen, seeing his daughter happy was the best thing in his life. Unfortunately, fate did not allow. V's happiest day was also the last day that she was still on this world. V was Karen's only daughter. How can he overcome the pain of loss?
What did my daughter do wrong? She's still young, so many dreams are waiting ahead. It can't be. I don't accept it. I'll find a way to bring V back.
For the sake of his daughter, the old father defied all odds and went to the Parthenon to find the wisest god.
Dear the wisest god of all Greece, me, a citizen of Athens, has something to say. Dear goddess Athena, I'm Charon, a ferryman on the Cephissus. I have a gentle, docile daughter. She has never harmed an ant, never did anything bad. She is so pure. She is as lovely as a flower, warm as the sun, pure as the moonlight shining down on the river Cephissus. After 18 years of raising and taking care of her, she finally found herself a husband, found a family to rely on. Today is the day she experiences the happiness of love, but today is also her last day to live in this world. Oh, goddess Athena, she is not guilty. She is my whole life, my hope, and my reason. Oh, goddess Athena, why is a little being like V forced to leave the world so soon? Please, give me an answer.
Before the lament and cry, the goddess Athena was moved, and she decided to come out. Charon, you know the law of life and death. That's fate.
Goddess, is there any way to bring my daughter back to Earth?
Charon, a god like me has no right to interfere with fate. A mortal like you has nothing to do with it.
Huh? You said a mortal is impossible to do it. So where can I find the possible one?
Charon, you're so stubborn. But I can understand. The god who rules over the souls of the underworld is Hades. You can find Hades to ask about it.
Hades, the god of hell. But how can I meet him now?
I can help you, however, this is not easy. Hades is not a benevolent person. To be able to trade with him, you will need careful preparation. Maybe trading something he does not have. I give you time to think carefully. Come back tonight and give me the answer. Listening to Athena's instructions, Charon immediately went home.
Urian, listen to me. Yes, Dad. I want to go to hell and bring V back. I was just told that way by the goddess of wisdom, and that's the only way to bring V back. The person I will have to face is Hades, the god of the underworld. Dad, how is it possible? Goddess Athena said that she will help me meet Hades, but whether I can convince Hades or not, exchange something with Hades to be able to bring V back, depends on my ability. If it is necessary to trade my life, I also accept it. Dad, let me go for you! No! Sit down and listen. I just wanted to let you know. I've decided. You and V still have a bright future ahead of you. Many plans are waiting to be realized. Helping both of you fulfill your wishes is worth my sacrifice. Dad! Son, you are already the other half of my daughter. How can I sacrifice my daughter's happy life? Can she live without another half?
With just a few words of undeniable persuasion, Charon was completely convinced that what he did was right. Taking everything of value, Charon thought, how many chances could save his daughter? Even the smallest, he must take it. Right in the night, Charon went to the Parthenon again with the desire to bring his daughter back as soon as possible. Witnessing the determination of the loving father, the goddess Athena decided to help. Do you have anything that is usually associated with your daughter?
Dear goddess, this necklace is what her mother left before she died. Since then, she always carried it with her.
Alright, souls that do not have my protection down there will lose their sanity and becoming a fool. You can use the necklace to bring her mind back. Do you have anything else you always keep with you? Hearing that, Charon immediately took out a coin. Put it in your mouth. It will help you get my protection. Then Hades won't dare to do anything outrageous. After completing the instructions, the goddess Athena performed the spell, sending the old father Charon to hell. Charon, you are already in hell. Find your daughter before it's too late. Keep going straight. You will see a river surrounded by countless other souls. Remember, don't touch the river water. Anyone who accidentally or intentionally touches the water will be dragged down by evil souls under the water. Then, I can't help you either. Don't push any souls down there either. You'll get in trouble with Hades.
V, where are you? V!
Huh?
Thanks to the blessed necklace, Charon was able to bring V from an emotionless soul to life.
Dad!
Huh. Every time I build a bridge, these hungry ghosts destroy it. Haven't brought me enough trouble yet. Get out!
Is this the god of hell, Hades?
The god of the underworld wanted to take these emotionless souls to another place. But obviously, these chains couldn't move such a large number.
Dad!
I'm not your father. Wait, did you just call Dad? Are you still awake?
God of the underworld, Hades, please stop!
Another awake guy? Who are you?
God, I am Charon, the ferryman of the Cephissus. I begged Athena to come down here to find my daughter.
Oh, a mortal! Your daughter's life is over. Go home. I have no interest in someone like you.
God Hades, please have mercy on my daughter. She's still very young. So many wonderful things are waiting for her.
Stop it. I don't care.
Dear God, can I exchange for her life?
What do you have in exchange?
Everything that I have, sir.
Do you think your daughter's soul is only worth this much? What a lousy father.
Even if it costs me my life, I'll agree. Please.
Dad!
I don't have any interest in your life. You'd better give up. The little girl belongs to me.
Please stop. If you take her away, I will push these souls into the river Styx.
Dare you!
For the sake of my daughter, there's nothing I wouldn't dare to do.
I give you one last chance.
I am a ferryman. I can help you carry the souls here where you want. You don't have to get your hands on this lowly business.
Seeing that Hades was somewhat interested in the offer, Charon couldn't let go of the opportunity.
I will serve you forever.
Which means that from now on, I won't need to personally bring these souls back. Sounds good, too! Okay, I agree.
Seeing that the offer was in his favor, Hades immediately conjured up the things Charon had just mentioned.
Please, let me say some words to my daughter.
Dad, why did you do that?
What parent wouldn't be willing to make sacrifices for their children? Please, have a better life. That's right. You can give me word by sending coins to the souls down here. Seeing the coins, I'll know that you're healthy.
Dad, I love you!
Enough! We've made a deal!
Goodbye, V, my dear.
In the blink of an eye, the old father became the ferryman of hell. Thanks to Charon, V was given a chance to live again. Everyone was happy and secretly grateful for the great love of that old father. From then on, to commemorate the great sacrifice and love of a father for his daughter, people often put a coin in the mouth of the deceased as a message they want him to always believe that his daughter was still living peacefully and happily.
Great. You are still happy and healthy.
However, she always felt sad because the king and the queen had never allowed her to get out of the castle. That day was her 17th birthday. Although she got many presents, it still didn't make her feel better.
Why is everyone happy on their birthday except for me? Or can I give myself a present?
So, she found a way to climb down from the balcony. Then, she quickly ran to the square to have fun together with everyone. A while later, the king and the queen finally realized the disappearance of the princess. They panicked that they went to find her immediately. When people were having fun, from the sky, a witch flew down and landed right in front of Arian.
Look how beautiful and matured my bride is!
Bride? Sorry, but I think you're a little confused here.
Kellen! Leave my daughter alone!
Oh, hello my parents-in-law. How are you? Today I come here to pick my wife up. Thank you for taking care of her abundantly.
Please spare my daughter. You had so many wives. They're not enough for you?
It's true that I had a couple of wives, but one more beautiful wife like this, that's not the problem.
I will never let you take her away! Quickly, leave here!
King, you forgot what had happened to your earlier daughter.
Earlier daughter? I have a sister?
So they didn't tell you. It's so embarrassing. But it's alright. I will gradually tell you when you're with me.
I won't go anywhere.
You don't have the rights to choose.
Then, he casted a spell to turn the people around into small animals.
Oh, no!
Now, do you think again?
You!
Suddenly, a unicorn appeared from nowhere and flew towards Arian.
Hold me tight!
The unicorn carried her to fly to the sky, escaping from the witch.
Because you are so beautiful, I will be tolerant. But I only allow you to wander around for 2 days. If you don't come back, you won't have the chance to meet your family members again.
Together, the unicorn and Arian flew continuously for the whole night. They just stopped when they felt safe enough.
Thank you so much. But who are you? Why did you save me? I'm Ayunani, your sister. You are my sister? With that figure? Was that because of Kellen? Yes, years ago, on my 17th birthday, he also came and forced me to be his wife. When I refused, he turned me into a unicorn. After that, I knew that the light scepter could lift any curse, so I decided to go find it. So have you found it? The light scepter is created from the sincere crystal, a measure of the bravery, and the necklace of the love. I just found out one of them. So how about the remaining items? Where can we find them? They're deep inside the black jungle where a ferocious giant lives. I tried to go to that jungle, but I still couldn't find anything. This time I will go find them with you. Anyway, 2 is always better than 1.
So they decided to go to the black jungle. They searched for the whole day, but they could find nothing. Suddenly, a giant appeared and wanted to capture them. Our nanny had her wings so she could easily dodge, but Arian was captured by the giant. He took her home, detained her into a big cage, then went to prepare something. She looked around, then came up with a plan.
Poor you. The life here must be really tough. It makes you look so pale and weak.
You say that I'm pale and weak?
Maybe you're the weakest giant among the ones I have met. They could easily break a big lodge with their bare hands.
This is really easy to me.
So can you pull the gate off the hinges like they used to?
The giant immediately did it without hesitation.
What else can they do?
Quite impressive. But there is another thing which even I say you can never do it.
Quickly, tell me.
They usually tie themselves to a pile by a big chain. Then they use their power to break it down into pieces.
No big deal. Look at me.
The giant confidently wrapped the chain around his body to tie himself to a stone pile. Just waited for that, Aryan used her ribbon and tied it to a small tree stick. She used it to take the key which the giant had placed not far from there. Meanwhile, the giant was still struggling with the chain.
Goodbye, the silly giant. I'm leaving now.
You fooled me!
Anna ran out of the house. Her sister was really worried for her from the outside.
Arian, you're still safe? But how could you escape there? Buy a ribbon. You're so brave. Wait, Arian, raise your ribbon a little bit higher. Like this? Ariana, that ribbon is as long as your height. Is there any way that this is the measure of the bravery?
As soon as Almani finished her last word, the ribbon immediately turned into a stick.
Great! We only need to find the necklace of the love. I see that you're tired already. We need to take a rest to recover. We will continue tomorrow. Yes, sister.
The two sisters was sitting in front of the fire. At that time, Arian noticed her sister's hairpin.
We have the same hairband. Because our parents made it by themselves for us. We were just 3 years old at that time. They can even combine together as a band. Yes, I haven't known anything. Parents always love us and give us the best things. I have always blamed them. It turned out they wanted to protect me. I miss them. Me too.
Strangely, when their tears dropped into the band, it immediately shone.
The band of love. It's the band of love that parents gave us. The light scepter! We made it! But how can we know it works? Of course we have to try to use it immediately. My light scepter, please help Ayunani lift the dark curse of Kellen.
Then, the scepter immediately shone and turned Aonani back to a beautiful princess.
It really works! We can save all the people, and we don't need to be afraid of Kellen anymore.
My brides, you both go too far. It's time to be back with me.
Kellen, I had the light scepter. I'm not afraid of you anymore. Light scepter, please help me defeat Kellen. Eliminate Kellen. Light scepter, I command you. How can it be? Clearly it worked earlier.
Eliminate Kellen. Always eliminate Kellen. You made me lose all of my patience.
No! Ayunani!
If you had been obedient, you wouldn't have been so miserable like this. I have both wealth and power. Who dares to offend me? And now, I'm not interested in you anymore. I will find a new bride. about you? Just become a statue and stand on this wasteland forever after.
Light Scepter, please help me purify the soul of that bad person and break all the dark curse to free everyone.
The power of the Light Scepter was stronger. It even surpassed Kellen's power. His scepter finally couldn't resist, and it broke down into pieces. Losing the scepter, Kellen also lost all of his magic.
Huh?
How could you do it? It didn't work earlier.
I have just discovered it. The Light Scepter was created from the good things, so we wouldn't be able to use it for bad things, even when we wanted to eliminate you. But when I want to save everyone, it worked, as you could see.
Then, the two sisters finally could reunite with their family, and they lived happily together forever after. About Kellen, he became harmless when losing his magic.
No, stupid giant! Release me!
Within a certain kingdom, the royal lineage always gave birth to twin pairs. One with flowing golden hair, and another with hair as silver as strands of thread. According to a legend passed down by a deity for hundreds of years.
Subscribe to the WOA Fairy Tales channel.
Oops, wrong script!
Oh, about the royal twin pair.
Only the golden child was considered the rightful heir. The silver children, like Sylvie, were considered surplus. Elder sister Chrysa was always treated more kindly than Sylvie. All the precious gold, a rarity, was seized to be used for the golden princess Chrysa. The silver princess wasn't treated with the same kindness. She was only allowed silver possessions. Deep within, she longed to be like her elder sister. Chrysa loved Sylvie, but couldn't pay much attention to her due to her royal duties. As a result, the silver princess felt increasingly isolated. On their 18th birthday, a grand celebration was held for the royal twin pair, with Chrysa as the protagonist, of course. The silver princess Sylvie was merely an unnamed guest, despite sharing the same birth date with her sister. Feeling dejected and alone, Sylvie left the celebration unnoticed. She found herself in the black market area without realizing how she got there. What's that? A golden ring? Shouldn't the royal family have confiscated all the gold?
In the black market, you can find anything. It's quite expensive, my dear.
Sylvie emptied her pockets to buy the ring. She had long wished for a golden item. Unbeknownst to Sylvie, a golden spirit had been trapped in the ring for hundreds of years, and she had inadvertently set it free.
I've read your thoughts. I'll help you to become a golden princess to repay you.
No, don't! Who are you? I don't understand.
It doesn't matter about whether you want to be a silver princess for life.
Though doubtful, the sweet persuasion moved Sylvie.
With this magic, you must exchange something of your silver for it. Something I choose.
Sylvie agreed without hesitation.
Bathe with this potion.
The potion turned Sylvie's bath into a magical tub. Unbeknownst to the Silver Princess, the potion also affected Chrysa. The magical bathtub changed not only Sylvie, but also swapped her hair color with her golden sister. Wow! Ah! The entire kingdom was shaken by this unprecedented event. In the end, they followed the legend's words and made Sylvie the heir. Thus, Sylvie became the golden princess she had always dreamed of. Living the luxurious life she had yearned for. Sylvie had never been happier. Now, wherever she went, Sylvie drew everyone's attention. No one was indifferent as they were when she was the Silver Princess.
She's so beautiful. Don't be too obvious. So, it's okay for you to be obvious, huh?
But Sylvie was unaware of the heavy responsibilities a golden princess bore.
Sylvie?
To become an heir, Sylvie needed to learn many things, but she struggled to adapt quickly.
Sylvie? Sylvie?
And she was often scolded by the king.
Sylvie! How can you become an heir like this? Do you know that your sister?
What about my sister?
Of course, the day when Sylvie couldn't bear it anymore arrived. Utterly disillusioned, the princess left. Now, Sylvie just wanted to be alone, but she couldn't escape the attention of others.
You made her scared. As if it isn't ye.
Lost in thought, she wandered back to her old room, only to be greatly surprised by the presence of her elder sister.
Sylvie, is that you?
In the past, Chrysa had been burdened by the responsibilities of an heir. Becoming a Silver Princess had granted Chrysa the freedom to do whatever she pleased without oversight.
But being a Silver Princess is very lonely. No one befriends me. I'm like a ghost. Now I understand how lonely you feel, and I didn't pay attention. I'm sorry, Sylvie. No, I didn't know how much you struggled either.
Congratulations, but now it's time to fulfill the debt.
The golden spirit came to collect what Sylvie had agreed upon.
And what I want in return is your silver sister.
What? How is that possible?
It's a deal. Something of your silver and of my choosing.
No! She's my sister! I won't!
Don't defy the contract!
The angry spirit transformed into a golden creature and pursued the sisters to demand what was owed. And they were driven to the king's court. The golden creature easily overpowered any feeble resistance.
Enough of this game!
He was determined to claim the Silver Sister, Chrysa. It's my fault! If I hadn't been selfish, if I had cared about you... Suddenly, Sylvie realized she still held the golden spirit's potion. As long as you're safe, I don't need this material possession! The demon couldn't take away something that wasn't part of the deal. Take me instead!
Huh? Aren't you in the royal lineage?
Correct. I am Fergal, the first golden ruler. And also the one who concocted the false legend. I was consumed by my lust for power. When I passed away, the god of death punished me for my deception, and my soul was trapped within the golden ring. I can only be freed if a silver princess or prince touches the ring. Looking into Sylvie's mind, I realized my mistake. I caused my descendants to suffer. That's why I orchestrated this play, so that you two could understand each other.
Huh? So, the prophecy was a lie! I apologize. Because of it, I made you suffer. I never understood you.
The Golden Spirit redeemed his mistake and was able to transcend. The external appearance no longer mattered. There was no longer a golden princess or a silver princess. And Sylvie finally found what truly made her happy.
The magical world of Fairywood was the home of magical creatures with special powers. Therefore, Fairywood High School, the school of magic, is always the most coveted place, with its crucial mission to train young individuals in using magic skills in their lives. Those girls should learn how to control their power better. However, in that school, there were still exceptional cases, such as Katie, a girl with an outstanding beauty but lacking magical abilities. Believing that every child deserved a chance to learn, especially a well-behaved and kind girl like Katie, the principal agreed to admit her to the school. Nevertheless, Katie still doesn't truly believe in herself, as she feels different from everyone else in the school. One afternoon, while looking for a place to eat, a mischievous elf played a prank on her, preventing her from going anywhere. Suddenly, the elf was magically dressed in a beautiful princess gown, making him embarrassed, and he ran away.
Are you okay? That elf likes teasing beautiful girls a lot. I told Karen to give him that dress. It looks nice. Why, I haven't known you.
Oh, you're the girl without magic, as the rumors say.
Yeah, it's me.
They are the Fairy Meanies, a group which consisted of the 3 most beautiful, stylish, and famous girls at Fairywood High. The adorable Fairy Karen created the most dazzling clothes, but she wasn't very smart. Next was the elf Gretchen, who could hear every rumor in the school. Finally, the Vampire Queen, Regina, with the ability to manipulate and enchant. No one dared to oppose her. Regina found Katie beautiful, and, feeling sorry for her lack of magic, came up with an idea.
We want to invite you to have lunch with us every day for the rest of the week.
Oh, let me tell you one thing. Our signature color is pink.
You should know that this is an honor.
The warmth, kindness, and beautiful appearance of the Fairy Meanies made Katie want to be friends with them.
Okay, then see you tomorrow. Great, see you tomorrow.
In addition to wearing pink, the girls must always share stories with each other and not betray one another. Playing with the Fairy Meanies, Katie received enthusiastic care and support, helping her transform into a fashionable and trendy person. The 4 always had fun together and shared their story. Gradually, Katie adapted and changed, becoming more beautiful and confident. Then, no one cared that Katie didn't have magic anymore. Everyone admired her, and many boys wanted to pursue her. However, Katie secretly had feelings with another boy, the handsome and strong Aaron. People in the school noticed Aaron and Katie becoming closer, and rumors about their relationship started spreading throughout the school. And as usual, the rumor quickly reached Gretchen's ears. She quickly gathered the Fairy Meanies to talk.
Katie, I heard that you like someone. Is that true?
Oh, you guys already know. It's Aaron.
Oh my, is that Aaron?
He used to be Regina's ex-boyfriend.
That situation made Katie uncomfortable because she didn't want her feelings to hurt Regina and affect their friendship.
Katie, it's okay. That's in the past. You just go ahead with Aaron.
Touched by Regina's kindness, Katie felt even more affectionate towards that group of sisters. To become closer to Aaron, Katie tried to create more private time for both of them by approaching and pursuing Aaron after classes. After that, Katie continued to spend time getting closer to Aaron. The two shared beautiful feelings, and Katie decided to confess her love. On the day Katie planned to confess, she confided in the fairy meanies just when Regina hadn't arrived yet, so only Karen and Gretchen knew. Both initially supported her, but suddenly Gretchen heard a strange rumor.
Look, Aaron is dating Regina again.
Gretchen quickly told Katie about the rumor she just heard, preventing her from confessing to Aaron. Katie didn't believe the rumor, but then she saw Regina holding hands with Aaron. Feeling betrayed, Katie became furious and confronted Regina, asking why she changed her previous words.
I'm just reclaiming what's mine, Katie.
After spending some time with Katie, she became more beautiful, and people started to adore her despite lacking any special abilities. This made Regina resentful and feel threatened in her position as the leader at Fairywood High. Therefore, Regina manipulated Aaron's feelings towards her to make Katie feel devastated and sad. Katie couldn't believe it, and her anger escalated to the point where she tightly grasped Regina's hand, causing her pain. Taking advantage of the situation, Regina pushed Katie away and pretended to fall to the ground to frame her.
Katie, don't be angry like that. Aaron doesn't like you. It's not my fault.
The students witnessed Katie seemingly aggressively pushing Regina down, leading to a wave of oppression against her. From that day on, Katie no longer played with the fairy meanies, and no one wanted to be near her because of the incident with Regina. At that point, she was more confident and no longer cared about what others thought. The incident was quickly forgotten as the Spring Siling Festival approached, the day when Fairywood High would vote for the girl everyone liked the most, who would then become the queen and possess the magical crown. For this queen title, Regina was the most desiring. She tried to train, maintain a low-calorie diet, and take care of herself to become the queen. Because the competition required fairness, the principal casted a spell on the entire school, prohibiting all students from using magic until the day of the festival. Katie also decided to participate in Spring Cling to assert herself and partly to hope that people would understand her true self better. On the day of the festival, everyone dressed elegantly, enjoying the festive atmosphere. And then, the most awaited moment of the night arrived, the award ceremony with the presence of the two most beautiful girls at Fairywood High, as expected, Regina and Katie.
You can't possibly win against me, Katie. Congratulations, Katie!
Regina was shocked upon hearing the result. Regina's strange behavior before the festival made Katie suspicious, and indeed, the results were manipulated by Regina. Katie was determined not to let herself be disadvantaged that time. Regina, furious, rushed to snatch the crown from Katie. Katie was cornered by Regina. Just as Regina lunged at Katie, she managed to dodge the attack, but Regina was propelled forward. At that moment, Katie, still kind-hearted, extended her hand to help Regina, but Regina, driven by greed, tried to grab the crown. The audience witnessed the entire incident and shouted vehemently against Regina.
Regina is wicked. She doesn't deserve to be the Spring Siling Queen.
The crowd's opposition infuriated Regina, prompting her to use her power to manipulate, silencing everyone.
Everyone be silent!
Katie realized Regina's intention and immediately used the magic from the crown to thwart Regina. The principal immediately sealed Regina's powers again and reclaimed the magical crown.
The spring sealing queen is Katie!
Sadie became the most famous girl and an icon of the perfect girl for everyone. Regina was banned from using magic, was avoided by everyone, and faced mockery after the Spring Siling Festival.
Now no one will help you, Regina, the wicked one.
Suddenly, the mischievous elf wore in a cute princess dress, made him embarrassed, and run away once again.
Are you okay, Regina? Karen's dress looks stunning on him.
Although Regina had behaved poorly, she now received help from these friends, making Regina touched.
After all the selfish things I've done, you still forgive me? Everyone makes mistakes, Regina. What matters is that we acknowledge them and strive to be better. I'm sorry for being mean. Forgive me. Fairy meanies forever! Fairy meanies forever!
The fearsome monsters emerged from a magical egg and rushed towards a young girl. Who is this girl? Can she escape the clutches of the hungry demons? Let's follow WOA Fairy Tales to find out. Sandra is a remarkable descendant of the Time Tribe. She possessed powers that others had to cultivate for many years. Thus, at the age of 18, Sandra ascended as the successor to the gods. Her hasty decision, however, brought about a great catastrophe. Eager to witness a rare meteor shower, Sandra recklessly created a time loop.
Oops, I'm late again! Just one more time!
This upheaval turned the universe upside down, and the citizens' hunger persisted, and the malevolent demons continued to harm innocent people.
Nonsense! How dare you do this?
To punish Sandra, the supreme goddess Hera decided to trap her inside a book, and force her to live through the same story 1,000 times, ensuring a happy ending with good triumphing over evil.
Wait! One story? 1,000 times? Can I return to reality occasionally? No way! You can't use the power of the time gods freely without fulfilling your task. If you open a time rift on your own, you'll be trapped in this book forever.
In the story, Sandra played the role of a mysterious warrior who helped the king defeat the shadowy sorcerer to bring peace to the kingdom. She lived through 500 repetitive days. As the 999th repetition of the siege approached, Sandra grew tired of the endless cycle. Luckily,
I completed 999 rounds. Only one more loop and I'll be free.
The final loop began officially. With the experience from previous cycles, Sandra quickly discovered the hiding place of the shadowy sorcerer. However, he appeared slightly different in the last repetition. I told you, I'm not a sorcerer.
Oh really? You're also quite handsome. So who are you then?
I am Tristan, a disciple of the goddess Hera, who had come here to capture the demon king Brian. The dark sorcerer Tristan explained to Sandra that he had traveled into the book to capture a wicked individual who possessed the dangerous monster egg. Upon arriving in this world, he witnessed the sorcerer's evil deeds. Little did they know that kind act would lead him to assume an unexpected role. Please believe me, time goddess Sandra.
You're quite a good story maker. How do you know I am the time goddess?
I already told you. I am a disciple of Hera. The entire divine realm knows you are trapped here. Set me free.
No way, it's definitely Hera's scheme. She wants to imprison me here forever. Stay silent and wait in prison. Sandra, I've been waiting for you.
The newcomer Donna, Sandra and Donna were two orphan sisters. Even though Donna was just a character in the story, her endearing nature made Sandra deeply fond of her.
I've been chosen to join the elite squad of the king. Hurry and fulfill your promise. Give me your bracelet.
Sandra handed the bracelet to Donna, knowing this would be their final conversation. After today, the time rift would return her to reality. However, in the days that followed, Sandra saw no sign of the time rift opening. While the story continued with Donna entering the palace. Time passed by. A whole month had passed. When Sandra walked down a path, she made a startling discovery.
Donna's bracelet? How did it end up in that person's hand?
Concerned, she stealthily mingled among the crowd. The king was welcoming new recruits with a grand banquet. Curiosity led Sandra to a secluded area, far from the main castle. She peered through a window.
No! Get away!
Oh no, Donna!
In the next window, she saw poor Donna with the same sorcerer from before.
Hurry! Save the girl! The monster's coming!
Sandra was about to charge.
But what if Hera discovers me using magic recklessly? She would have a reason to keep me in prison.
Back off, you creepy creature! Sandra, save me!
How dare you bully my little sister?
Sandra, I'm so scared!
Swiftly, the monster shattered the time-freezing spell and charged toward them.
Give me a hand! What is it?
It's Brian's pet who can absorb people's fears.
But where's the king? Why are they allowed to do this in the castle?
Brian has taken the king's place. Now, the king is the demon I've been searching for.
It turned out that Brian had harmed the king, usurped from the throne, and called the people to the palace under the guise of selecting elite soldiers. He used the three-headed monster to collect their fears and grow the dangerous monster egg.
That's the monster's egg?
Once he hatches, thousands of monsters will be unleashed. Moreover, Brian will gain immensely powerful magic. The tables have turned. To escape from this book, you must capture Brian.
Don't even dream about it!
If it weren't for Tristan and Brian's appearance, Sandra would have easily gotten out of this book. She wouldn't have gotten involved in this trouble.
Sandra, many others are still trapped. Please help them.
Donna, worry about yourself first. Deal with Brian yourself. I will have a word with the goddess Hera.
Lost in her anger, she failed to notice the danger approaching.
Sandra! Donna! Oh, Donna! Save everyone! Promise me!
Greetings, esteemed guests.
As it turned out, earlier at the main palace, Brian had discovered something peculiar. And the three-headed monster had been kept in the dungeon for a while, but the monster egg had shown no sign of cracking. Thus, he went down to check on it.
Oh my dear, I had to expend so much energy to revive it from the egg. No worries. If I know this old, worn-out book contains a deity, there's no need to bother collecting the tiny drops of fear from the common folks. You wicked fiend. I'll seize the fears of whichever time goddess you're in love with.
In the realm of Brian's wicked laughter and the tragic demise of his sister, Sandra felt immense sorrow. She unleashed deadly strikes upon the monster, despite its eerie and menacing transformations.
Sister! Donna! Sister, I'm sorry! I'm so sorry!
Sandra! It's just an illusion!
Sister, save me! No!
Sandra fell into the trap, allowing her own fears to surface. She noticed Tristan exhausted, while the swarm of monsters increased with every passing moment. Sandra knew that, in a little while, Brian would finally possess the magical source he craved and the formidable army he desired. Sandra faced a difficult decision. Defying the forbidden act proclaimed by the stern goddess Hera, she deliberately opened a time rift.
Tristan, bring him back to reality!
No! Sandra!
Hurry!
Though unwilling, with a fate hanging by a thread, Tristan exerted all his strength to pull Brian into the rift. Simultaneously, the egg hatched, revealing the coveted power Brian had sought. and a swarm of demons emerged. While Brian faced his punishment and the magical source decimated over half of the monstrous army, Sandra was left confined within the pages of the book forever, as she had committed a grave offense. Wow, the goddess of action remains steadfast.
Why are you here?
I've come to escort you out. As it turned out, the goddess Hera had pardoned Sandra for her instrumental role in capturing the demon Lord Brian.
But many of the creatures from the eggs remain undefeated.
They've already been taken care of. Brian himself remained behind to deal with the horde of creatures he had unleashed.
Can we believe him?
Fear not. Look! To ensure Brian did not resort to mischief, the goddess Hera had dispatched a supervisor, none other than Donna, the kind-hearted girl who had been resurrected, though she lost her past memories. Tristan led Sandra out of the book. The demon lord struggled to keep up with the chaos he had created. This is a timid girl who was suddenly transformed into 3 majestic gods who ruled over Mount Olympus. The beautiful goddess Aphrodite, the wise goddess of war Athena, and the bountiful goddess Persephone. Who was this fortunate lady? Nadia, come in! That's right, her name was Nadia, the daughter of Zeus and a mortal woman. Nadia's mother passed away from a serious illness, and her dying wish was for her daughter to go to Olympus and reunite with her father.
Nadia, you can do it!
In the land of noble gods, a mere mortal girl was not warmly welcomed. Among her talented and beautiful sisters, she felt like an invisible presence at her own welcoming feast.
Oh, adorable, Nadia. I heard you inherited the power of lightning. Let's see what you've got. I can't.
She possessed a portion of her father's power, but she had never wielded it before. Everyone knew that Hera's purpose was just to embarrass her.
Give it a try.
Under the pressure of everyone, Nadia reluctantly tried to summon her lightning power. The demigod girl couldn't control the power, and chaos ensued at the feast. It wasn't until Zeus intervened that the destructive power was halted.
That's enough. Quickly, bring the mirror illusion here.
Nadia didn't know that her humiliation was just beginning. As per Olympus's tradition, each princess had to step into the mirror illusion and find her own crown. The other princesses were already making progress on their quests.
Oh my, just give up. A demigod like her can't achieve anything.
The taunts from her older sister successfully infuriated Nadia.
Enough! Go back to where you came from. You're just a waste of time.
Embarrassed and angered by the situation, Nadia couldn't hold back her frustration.
I don't think I'm incapable. You and you! Yes, all of you! You were born into privilege without effort! What did you say?
Silence! Do you really think that way, Nadia? Very well. I will make a pact with you.
According to the pact, Nadia would have 4 chances to complete the challenges. Additionally, she would be allowed to transform into her 3 sisters. The goddess of love, Aphrodite, the goddess of war, Athena, and the goddess of harvest, Persephone. If she couldn't complete the tasks after all 3 transformations, Nadia would have to face the challenges without the protection of any god.
And what are the conditions?
Besides your strength, you must also bear the weaknesses of your sisters. More importantly, if you fail to save yourself, you will vanish forever in the illusion.
Nadia, it's not necessary.
Nadia felt a moment of touch, realizing that Persephone was perhaps the only one concerned about her.
I agree.
For her first transformation, Nadia decided to become the goddess of love, Aphrodite. From the moment she assumed the role, Nadia enjoyed the charm of being a beautiful and alluring goddess. She met Leo, a kind forest deity, who was instantly captivated by her. They went on sweet dates, and for the first time, Nadia boldly used her powers, creating a dazzling rain of light that left Leo in awe. Listening to Nadia's story, the kind forest deity immediately offered to help. Look, Nadia, it's the chest you've been looking for.
Ooh.
With his help, Nadia found her crown crest, but she didn't expect... Ha ha ha! I've been waiting for this day, you foolish girl. It turned out that Leo was a deceitful monster who coveted the power of the crown but couldn't open the chest himself. Taking advantage of Aphrodite's innocent love, he deceived Nadia. Thus, Nadia failed her first transformation.
Ha ha ha! Look at her! Oh, the naive little girl. I won't give up!
For her second transformation, Nadia became the goddess of wisdom and war, Athena.
Please, goddess, save this weak soul!
Nadia immediately recognized the deceitful monster. She turned the tables on him, making Leo help her find the crown. With her extraordinary combat skills and Athena's strategic mind, the demigod defeated Leo. However, the merciless goddess of war inadvertently caused the deaths of many night butterflies, the forest souls. The enraged souls rose and formed a powerful wave, attacking Nadia. In a desperate move, she used her lightning power to create a shield and bring it out. Within the shield, she deftly crafted a second protective barrier. But even with the combined power of her shield and lightning, it was not enough. Nadia continued to fail in her second transformation. Now, she only had one option left, to become Persephone, the perpetually sorrowful goddess of harvest. In return, she would have a powerful and loving husband, Hades, the king of the underworld. Under Hades' influence, Nadia didn't need to exert any effort to find the crown chest.
So I passed the challenge just like that? Was it that easy? My daughter. Are you my daughter?
It turned out that the nearby cave used to be the home of a group of refugees who had lost their harvest season. An earthquake had tragically separated the mother and her child. She longed to see her daughter again, whether she was alive or not.
I am not your daughter.
Moved by the old woman's plight, Nadia felt compelled to do something. She thought about her journey, the power inherited from her father that had created the sparkling rain, destroyed great rocks, and so on. That power would surely help her save herself. Nadia decided to awaken her lightning power. But inside, there were only unfamiliar souls. The earthquake had taken the mother's life, and her daughter was forever lost. Famine and poverty had brought suffering to so many people. As a goddess of harvest, once abducted by Hades from her mother, Nadia couldn't hold back her pain and sorrow. She gave up the power of the crown to save the lands in distress.
So it's over.
Nadia was now left with one final choice, to be herself, a demigod with no divine protection. With her past experiences in mind, she didn't fall for Leo's tricks. As Leo saw his plan backfiring, his true face was revealed. Nadia fought back with her lightning power. Yet, victory seemed out of reach. You gods have only so much power, right? Oh no, you demigods!
Taste the revenge of the demigod!
Nadia managed to escape the clutches of the demon Leo, but was soon exhausted and lost her way.
Hey girl, you're looking for the box containing the crown, right? We can help you. Just help us defeat Leo.
But it was difficult for me to escape from him.
Then forget it.
Finally, Nadia agreed to cooperate with the Fireflies. With the Fireflies' guidance, Nadia was led to a high mountain where her crown was placed. However, Leo had followed the light and arrived ahead of her. Come here, don't be afraid. Help me open this chest. Just open it. Then you can transform into any of your sisters, and I can help you with that.
Really?
In the pitch dark night, Nadia, in a trance, followed Leo's instructions. At this critical moment, Nadia suddenly remembered her poor mother, who raised her with great effort. She also thought of her newly met sisters. Aphrodite, alluring but easily deceived. Athena, powerful but lacking empathy. Persephone, always melancholic due to her wicked husband. Even as gods, they had weaknesses. If she belittled herself, she couldn't expect recognition from others. Nadia refused to be defeated in such a manner.
Don't you dare take my crown!
She was determined to keep her promise to the Fireflies. No!
No!
The atmosphere at Mount Olympus grew tense.
Nonsense!
Zeus's unintentional display of power caused the sound from the feast to enter the illusion.
Ha! I expected it to live longer. So weak.
You're weak, not me! Nadia, I won't give up!
As she saw the swarm of night butterfly chasing Firefly's light, she came up with a plan. Nadia closed her eyes, recalling her journey. The strength of her father passed down to her, which allowed her to create sparkling rain and form a shield of lightning, even destroying giant boulders. That power, combined with her unwavering determination, caused her to emit a radiant glow in the dark. The gods believed that she couldn't return.
Nadia! Nadia!
Surrounded by a glowing dome, Nadia had successfully attracted the swarm of night butterfly who saved her life. Nadia returned safely and finally gained the recognition of the gods and her family. With extraordinary perseverance and courage, she became the 4th princess of Mount Olympus.
Let me know in the comments which transformation you like the most!
Persephone is the goddess of nature, the one who sows the seeds of life. And at the same time, she is also the queen of the underworld.
Subscribe to the WOA Fairy Tales channel to find out why Persephone is our underworld queen.
In ancient times, nature was always abundant all year round, and it was all thanks to Persephone's effort. However, the creatures were indifferent and unfeeling, not valuing life or the fruits sown by Persephone. No matter how hard Persephone tried, the result remained the same, and she was deeply troubled by this.
Oh, poor Raven!
The lucky raven was saved by the goddess of nature.
Why are you so infatuated? Fly away!
A few days later, the raven returned, and Persephone couldn't believe that it was Hades, the king of the underworld. Since that day, he had a deep affection for Persephone.
Persephone, come with me to the underworld. Be my queen.
The goddess loathed Hades for constantly believing that he was undermining the results of her life-giving work.
Never! I still have a mission. Life and loss cannot coexist. If I had known you were a raven, I wouldn't have...
That's enough.
He wanted Persephone at any cost and abducted her. Even though Hades promised many things like power and wealth.
No, no, no! Release me, you wicked!
Yes. Guard the door carefully.
The king of the underworld was determined not to release Persephone. Every day he would personally come to take care of the wife he had kidnapped. No matter how much she resisted.
La! I can't hear anything! I can't hear anything! You monster! Stop clinging to me!
Warm water? Shall I call a servant for you?
You impolite person, you scoundrel! I am a lady!
Persephone couldn't take it anymore. She tried to escape, but couldn't. Until one day, Hades and his subordinates were in a hurry to resolve an issue and forgot to seal the door to her room. The nature goddess didn't miss the opportunity, but Persephone realized that the souls were entirely different from the indifferent creatures on the surface. Some souls were afraid, some were in pain, and some were extremely happy.
Do the souls here have emotions? While they were on the surface, they were indifferent.
The nature goddess decided to stay and investigate what she had always struggled with. Even though she didn't want to, she had to accept Hades' care.
So, you agree to be my queen?
Thanks to this, Persephone gained more power. She used the opportunity to travel all over the underworld to learn about the souls.
You lied! The demons will torment you! You cannot escape!
Why are you so cruel? Aren't these souls unjustly accused?
They are always deceitful. To avoid guilt, I am never wrong. Next one!
A cold, cruel person? How can he bring emotions to these souls?
Another deceitful soul. Lock her up! Torment her!
No! I'm innocent! Please, let me go! I'm innocent!
Stop! I will personally judge this girl.
It's impossible! You are...
the queen of the underworld, right? I have the right!
Huh?
It was only when Persephone empathized with the other souls that she discovered the mysteries and the faults of Hades.
So, I'm free. Thank you. I'm alive again.
Persephone felt extremely satisfied because she had embarrassed Hades. But from that day on, Hades began to judge the souls in her way. Despite his terrifying appearance, it didn't suit the task. Persephone realized that Hades' gift of loss brought emotions to the souls. They were happy to be back from the realm of the dead. They were sad to leave life behind. They regretted things they hadn't done in life.
So, both loss and life are necessary for people to have emotions, right?
Persephone gradually understood the true nature of Hades. He always judged the souls fairly. That's why he started following her example. With the goddess of life, guiding the souls became easier. Hades always took the time to listen to her opinions.
I'm grateful to you, Persephone. Thanks to you, I won't make mistakes anymore.
It had been a long time since someone recognized Persephone.
I followed your advice. I built a paradise for good souls. If you miss home, you can come here. To ease your homesickness.
Persephone realized that Hades had become much gentler, and it seemed like he respected her, never causing her harm.
Hades, why do you have feeling for me?
You have a strong life force, warmth, enthusiasm. Those are things I lack. Things I can't find in the underworld.
their love didn't last long because...
My lord, we're in trouble, my lord.
Huh? You rascal!
For some reason, too many new souls descended into the underworld, and even the old souls couldn't escape.
Huh?
Life on Earth is being destroyed. People can't survive. They can't reproduce anymore.
It's because I'm not there to sow the seeds of life. I have to return to the surface.
No, you can't go.
You're the king of the underworld. You must understand that this can't happen.
The nature goddess was right. Faced with so many souls, Hades couldn't argue. Afraid that Persephone would take the opportunity to escape forever, he hatched a sinister plan.
If you eat this pomegranate, you will be bound to the underworld forever. Wait, Persephone! The road to the surface is long. Carry this pomegranate with you.
But when Hades was full of confidence in his plan...
Everything is thanks to Persephone and our Lord. Everything will be saved. You will all be revived.
For the first time, Hades realized that these beings were not afraid, but completely trusted him.
They trust us because of Persephone. Isn't she also trusting me? Does she truly love me? I can't deceive her again. Huh?
Persephone ran happily to the surface, paying no attention to the pomegranate.
Persephone, the goddess of nature, she's back!
She's alive! She's been saved!
It had been a long time since Persephone made the creatures on the surface have emotions again. And she realized that, to truly love life, one had to experience loss and pain, which made her own bountiful life all the more precious. Calm and peaceful, Persephone finally realized how hungry and tired she was.
Stop!
Hades had to confess everything to Persephone.
You still haven't eaten the pomegranate. Please give it back to me. Please!
Persephone was extremely furious, but remembering the anticipation of others and looking into Hades' sincere eyes.
Persephone, what are you doing?
I've come to realize that to give meaning to my life, I need to experience loss. Loss of life makes people cherish it, and it's all because of you. That's why you are the missing piece I need.
Because she only ate half of the pomegranate, Persephone wasn't completely bound to the underworld. For half a year, she stayed in the underworld, making the world dry and barren, which was winter. For the other half of the year, she brought spring, richness from the realm of the dead. The mortal realm always anticipated the moment when the goddess of spring returned. And Persephone, she was content because she had found the missing piece to make up for her shortcomings.
Once upon a time, there was a legendary friendship between humans and unicorns. It was a friendship between Queen Nebula and the unicorn maiden Emma. The two of them played and confided in each other like kindred spirits. Nebula shared with Emma about the splendid life in the castle, while Emma shared with the Queen about her mysterious planet, Starlight. One day, the connection between them vanished. Since then, no one ever mentioned this friendship again. It's said that Emma lives on a distant planet in a galaxy called Starlight. There is only one season throughout the year, and that is spring. The grass, trees, flowers, and leaves are always fresh, covering everything in a pleasant green. It is also the home of the unicorn tribe. They adorn themselves with smooth fur and sharp, colourful horns. Emma has a daughter named Aurora, who is even more extraordinary. Aurora has a 7-coloured horn and a beautiful coat. She has the skill of riding the wind on clouds with utmost proficiency. This is what worries Emma deeply.
Aurora, on the night of the fullest moon, you must leave here.
Why is that, Mother?
Emma could only embrace Aurora and cry. The fateful day finally arrived. As Emma led Aurora out of the house, a group of unfamiliar unicorns attacked.
Run quickly!
Emma and Aurora ran to the edge of the abyss, the boundary between starlight and earth. They looked at each other and made a determined leap into the chasm. As Emma prepared to jump, she was suddenly struck by the unicorn's enchantment. With no other choice, Aurora's mother fought with all her might to protect her.
Mother!
Before taking her final breath, Emma used all her strength to push Aurora away from the planet Starlight and transformed her into a human form to escape the pursuit of the wicked. Falling to earth, Aurora woke up to find herself lying in the middle of a forest, her memories lost.
Where is this?
Aurora suddenly heard a sound, and it turned out to be a young man who was hunting. The soldiers were wary of Aurora's strange appearance, but this young man was not. I am Liam, the prince of this kingdom. What is your name? Where are you from? I will take you back.
I don't know.
Then come back to my castle for treatment of your injuries. Afterwards, I will find a way to take you back. Upon arriving at the castle, Liam took care of Aurora attentively. From now on, I shall call you Aurora for easier address. It was a remarkable coincidence that it matched her name from the planet Starlight, although she had no knowledge of it.
I like this name!
Every day, Liam brought the most nourishing food for Aurora. Just be yourself. However, due to the instinct of the unicorn species, Aurora still inhabited some peculiar actions that frightened many. Liam patiently instructed Aurora on how to hold the knife and fork correctly. Fortunately, Aurora quickly grasped everything, astonishing everyone. On another occasion, Prince Liam organized a horse racing competition, and Aurora was extremely fascinated. 3, 2, 1, start! Aurora, let me teach you how to ride a horse. Hold on to this rein. Let's go! The two ventured into the forest, enjoying the scenery and engaging in cheerful conversation. Aurora realized that her heart raced with excitement when she was by Liam's side, and Liam felt the same. Aurora, let me stay by your side and take care of you. Aurora was surprised by the sudden proposal from Prince Liam, but deep in her heart, she silently accepted that love. However, something urged Aurora in her mind that she could not belong to this earth. Every night when Aurora fell into a deep sleep, she often had nightmares. Aurora woke up abruptly, tears streaming from her eyes.
Why am I crying? What does that planet have to do with me? Who is that suffering woman?
Aurora thought for a moment and decided to find the answers. She recorded all the information and images she saw in her dreams. Every day, she would take them out and read in hopes of recalling something. On a beautiful day, Aurora took a walk in the forest and came across an old horse being surrounded by a group of hunters. Without hesitation, Aurora quickly rushed to protect the horse. Involuntarily, Aurora's lost memories appeared before her, through the invisible threads connecting all species. Those memories were awakened. Everything was vivid and pure. Aurora remembered everything, her roots and origins.
I must return to the planet Starlight once more to find the one who harmed my mother.
Immediately, Aurora revealed everything to Prince Liam. How she had regained all her memories. Liam's face changed suddenly, and he appeared worried. Do not worry. I will find every way to help you return. That night, while Aurora was tossing and turning, she saw Prince Liam entering the room.
What is the prince planning to do? What are you doing? Are you planning to take my horn so I can never return to my planet? I will never forgive you!
Aurora didn't allow Liam to explain. She wiped away her tears and ran straight out of the castle, heading towards the forest. Above the full moon shone its light directly onto Aurora. She ran and stretched her neck, suddenly transforming into her unicorn form. Aurora approached a mountain peak, leaped up onto a cloud, and flew straight back to the planet Starlight. As soon as Aurora set foot on her beloved planet, she was attacked by a group of unicorns.
Finally, you have returned! Ha 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 ha! Capture her for me!
In a dark room, Aurora sat and wept uncontrollably. Suddenly, Liam's voice spoke up. Aurora, Aurora! Liam had followed Aurora and clung onto the cloud to accompany her back here. The Unicorn Lord wants to capture you as a sacrifice to the divine spirits.
A sacrifice to the divine spirits?
In the past, your mother and mine were close friends. They met regularly. When your mother became pregnant, she came to my mother for help.
The child I'm carrying would bring misfortune to the planet. On the night of the fullest moon, the child had to become a sacrifice to dispel the ill fate. Nebula, please help me protect this child. Never let it return to that dangerous place.
After that, my mother was secretly discovered by the Unicorn Lord and forbidden from coming to Earth. My mother anxiously awaited news of your arrival, fearing for your health.
On the upcoming full moon, a unicorn girl will fall into this forest. She is Aurora. Please take care of and protect her in my place.
Mother? That's why from the beginning, Liam named her Aurora, even though she didn't remember her name. Liam didn't seem like a stranger by Aurora's side. Most importantly, Liam wanted to take Aurora's horn so that she wouldn't have to endure the torment of her past.
I'm sorry for misunderstanding you.
Let's leave this place.
Don't even think about escaping.
Suddenly, a radiant glow emanated from Aurora. She yelled and used her horn to shoot a spell that shattered the prison door. Liam was freed, and Aurora quickly lifted him onto her back, and they ran swiftly. They reached the edge of the abyss, the border between Starlight and Earth, where Aurora had once escaped from the forces of evil.
Should I jump into that abyss once again? Liam is a human, and if we jump from this height, he won't survive.
Ha 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 ha! Keep running!
The Unicorn Lord cast a spell towards Aurora, and she swiftly rose, retaliating with her horn. But his power was too strong. The Unicorn Lord continued his attack on Aurora, and Liam rushed forward to shield her, causing him to fall from the abyss. The Unicorn Lord laughed triumphantly, exerting all his strength to create a magical sphere to capture Aurora.
Prepare for the divine sacrifice, Aurora!
Aurora stretched her neck, kicked her legs, and aimed her horn directly at the sphere. Suddenly, the magical sphere cracked, and all the magic burst out, reversing its effect on the Unicorn Lord, causing him to disintegrate. The shockwave of the explosion was so powerful that it shook the ground, causing Aurora and Liam to fall into the abyss. Aurora swiftly reached out and embraced him. Both fell to earth, and Liam gradually regained consciousness. He was in anguish when he saw Aurora by his side. Aurora, please wake up! Liam suddenly remembered the act of taking Aurora's horn. I have a solution! Saying so, Liam took out a knife from his person and transformed Aurora back into a human form. You're awake!
Where am I? Who are you?
Because she saved Liam, Aurora lost her memories once again. But Liam was still happy, as he could be with her forever. Aurora no longer had to endure painful memories. Allow me to introduce. This is Earth, and I am Liam, the one who has silently loved you for a long time. From now on, let's call you Aurora. The two would learn about each other again, fall in love from the beginning, and live happily together forever. The story ends here. Don't forget, in the depths of the human subconscious, angels always perform benevolent deeds, bringing radiance to humanity. But what if one day an angel were to turn malevolent and cruel? Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales channel to discover the outcome. Alicia was the least skilled among the celestial beings. Not only that, but she also refused to learn and consistently projected an air of arrogance and obstinacy. Alicia's daily task was to guide virtuous souls to heaven. Yet, due to her careless disposition, she often lost souls when she brought them to the gates of heaven.
Useless! If you make another mistake, do not blame us!
Alicia could only mutter in frustration before walking away. One fateful day, Alicia captured a soul, and just then, the god of death, Moros, made his appearance.
What do you intend to do?
I shall take this soul down to hell. Ha ha!
This soul belongs to me!
Witnessing Alicia's determination, Moros altered his plan.
Very well. I will entrust this soul to you, and even aid you in collecting many more. All you need to do is bring down the soul tree, the celestial creature.
It's just a tree. It won't affect me. Alright, I agree.
With the agreement settled, Moros pushed the soul back to Alicia, who joyfully transported it to heaven. Thanks to Moros' assistance, Alicia continuously amassed numerous souls, surpassing her fellow angels and leaving everyone astounded. Alicia grew increasingly haughty, looking down on everyone, include Lucius, her close friend.
You can stop following me!
Well done, Alicia! Soon you will receive a significant reward, a new pair of wings.
Thank you, Archangel!
But the contract with Moros had to be fulfilled that very night.
I will execute it meticulously to avoid detection. It's just a tree after all, and it won't harm heaven.
That night, Alicia surreptitiously approached the soul tree and, in the blink of an eye, dismantled it. Alicia raised the root, laughing with delight. Suddenly, a cage descended, entrapping her.
Release me!
You dare defy the rules of heaven!
Please forgive me! I was influenced by someone else!
This is the soul tree, crucial to heaven. And because of your recklessness and insolence, you were unaware of these details.
The gates of heaven closed, and Alicia was officially banished. Wait, Alicia, I will help you regain your position.
I don't need your help!
Alicia wandered aimlessly, now just an obscure goddess.
I brought what you want! I was banished from heaven for this mistake.
Those angels truly do not know how to appreciate talent. Join my team. This hell always welcomes everyone, without discrimination or disdain.
Nowhere else remains for me. Only Moros is willing to assist. I agree.
Moros promptly transformed Alicia into a bona fide angel of death. Every day, Alicia collected souls to transport to hell. One time, when Alicia spotted the soul of a poor old woman hiding, she chased it closely.
Huh?
The soul was intercepted by Lucius, infuriating Alicia. I will take the old lady to heaven, because during her lifetime, she did many good deeds.
Huh?
You once helped me a lot when I was still an angel, and now you're fighting over a soul with me?
Lucius, thinking Alicia had truly changed her attitude toward him, didn't expect what happened next. Alicia, in a fit of anger, pulled the soul away. Alicia, don't let malevolent forces corrupt your soul. An angel's heart will always belong to you. As the cages gradually filled with more and more trapped souls, everyone cried out in protest, refusing to accept being sent to hell.
Alicia, sooner or later, you will become a true angel of death.
The weaklings in heaven will have their eyes opened.
Alicia continued her vigorous search for souls. In the midst of her determination, a young boy's soul collided with her.
Do you know who I am? I am the Angel of Death. Today is my lucky day.
Please help me. I found myself as a soul when I woke up. I just want to bid farewell to my parents one last time. Please, help me.
Alicia was moved and escorted the boy home. Their house was in disrepair, and cries emanated from within as they approached the door. The boy's mother sobbed, trying to wipe away her tears, while his father was in despair.
Where is our son? Why hasn't he returned home?
Now they were utterly helpless, clinging to the hope of a miracle. The boy had ventured to the beach to collect small fish for sale, aiming to assist his parents. Unfortunately, a violent wave swept him away.
Angel of Death, please reveal the location of my body to them.
No, it's too late.
Seeing the boy's tear-filled eyes, Alicia relented. Alicia escorted the boy's parents to the beach, where his lifeless body lay.
My son!
Wake up, son!
Angel of Death, please, don't take her only child. I am willing to exchange my soul to save my son.
Alicia was moved by the sacred bond and self-sacrifice of the boy's parents. She no longer cared about her duty as the Angel of Death. She simply cast the spell to return the boy's soul to his body. The boy woke up, and his family rejoiced ecstatically. They thanked Alicia and took the boy back home. Alicia watched with a sense of relief, experiencing happiness for the first time upon receiving such praise.
You dare defy the principles of the Angel of Death!
Moros opened a dimensional door to drag Alicia to hell.
You have betrayed heaven, and now you betray hell. I will drain the life force of the angels and cast you into the 18 layers of hell with no chance of escape.
As Moros prepared to seal the dimensional door, Lucius unexpectedly leaped forward to confront him.
Lucius!
I will always protect you.
In the past, I was ashamed of my weakness and unworthy of you. I always tried to drive you away, but I truly apologize.
Lucius embraced Alicia, and she finally accepted his love. Moros took advantage of their distraction and launched a counterattack. Alicia rushed to defend them, but Moros quickly overpowered her. Lucius, witnessing this, risked everything to engage Moros. Alicia, seeing the plight of the trapped souls, immediately released them all from their cages.
No!
The souls overwhelmed Moros, releasing their pent-up resentment. Alicia hastily helped Lucius and escaped through the dimensional door. Alicia and Lucius returned to heaven and faced the Archangel.
I deeply regret my foolish actions. I hope you can forgive me.
Your transgressions have been erased by helping the boy's soul return to his body. It was a noble act that angels should perform.
From now on, Alicia would be a responsible angel and live happily with Lucius forever.
Prosperous kingdom of Bosia buzzed with the lively sounds of people, their voices intermingling in the bustling marketplace. However, there was one thing you wouldn't hear: the enchanting melodies or graceful dances, as those were forbidden in this kingdom. Nevertheless, rules couldn't bind everyone, including Princess Barina of the kingdom. Since childhood, Barina had been stayed within the vast castle without any friends. The king and queen, engrossed in ruling the kingdom and strict prohibitions, forbade her from leaving the castle. Barina's best moment of joy came when she discovered a beautiful music box with a charming ballerina twirling to the melodious tunes in the king and queen's chamber. Upon finding Barina swaying to the music, the queen rushed in and hastily confiscated the music box.
Barina, this is not a toy for you to play with. Remember, music and dance are forbidden. Don't let us catch you involved in such things.
Yes, Mother.
However, prohibitions couldn't suppress Barina's love for that music box. Taking advantage of her parents' absence, she sneakily took the box and hid it for herself. As night fell, young Barina opened the secret music box under the bright moonlight. To her surprise, the ballerina wasn't stationary anymore, but gracefully danced throughout the entire musical piece. Immersed in the dance, Barina stood up and began practicing her own ballet steps. From that day forward, Barina diligently trained in secret every night, accompanied by the magical dancer from the music box. Time nurtured her beauty and dancing talent. As the princess grew up, her parents remained strict, limiting her connection with the people outside the castle. Thus, Barina resorted to disguises, sneaking out to satisfy her curiosity about the world beyond the castle. During one such escapade, Barina stumbled upon a lively underground basement immersed in music, hidden in the streets. There, she could freely indulge in her passion for dance. People in that basement shared their love for music and danced with her. And Barina made a fantastic friend, Edon. Despite his humble background, Edon had an immense passion for art and Barina's graceful movements.
Amazing, Barina.
Your dance steps were as light as walking on air.
Thank you! Now let's stand up and dance with everyone. Come on, hurry up!
Verina's daily life continued peacefully until her birthday. As she entered her room, a mysterious voice echoed,
Verina! Verina! Who's there?
Entering the room cautiously, she searched around but found no one.
I'm here at the music box, Verina. Music box dancer? And you can even talk? Why weren't you scared when I danced? And now you scream like that. Hello, my name is Rosette, and I used to be a human like you.
It turned out that 6 years ago, during her ballet performance, Rosette had been mysteriously cursed, but she couldn't remember the source of the curse. When she regained consciousness, she had forgotten her past and discovered herself as a motionless dancer in that music box. Until Verina opened the box, a magical force allowed Rosette to move and perform.
You can move now and you can speak. Could it be any way that the curse be about to be lifted? Perhaps, but it has been 6 years since I could move, and I have to wait another 6 years without knowing what will happen next. So let me help you. I'll find a way to lift the curse for you.
In the following days, Verina focused on searching for ways to lift the curse, but found no leads. Feeling discouraged, Verina sought refuge in the mysterious underground basement to escape the troubles within the castle. Considering Edon a trustworthy friend, Verina shared her princess identity, the cursed music box, and Rosette's story.
It's strange, Verina. The king and queen prohibit music in this kingdom, yet they keep a cursed music box in their chamber. You should reconsider that chest for investigation.
Exactly that box! Excellent observation, Edon! I couldn't think of it before.